I'm gonna redo that whole thing again. Because I didn't press go live automatically. But hey, how's it going, guys? Captain Kuba here. Welcome back. Today we're doing our first part of our schizo playthrough of God of War 2018. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me to do this playthrough because since God of War Laufey was announced, you guys have been wanting me to go back to both God of War 2018 and Ragnarok to see if we can find some hints about the Everyone and Laufey, you know, scheming some stuff. So here we are. I don't know if I'm gonna do the whole thing because, as you guys know, God of War 2018. I like the game, but only for a little bit, and I've played this game quite a lot. In my opinion, it's not as replayable as the Greek game, so it might get a little bit difficult in some parts, you know. 1 minute late. I don't think I was 1 minute late. What are you talking about? I was here. Well, I think I did go live exactly at 1. However, I forgot to do hold on a second. I forgot to do the start live automatically thing. So yeah.
I just now got the notification.
Yeah.
And for some odd reason, it won't start on my phone.
It won't start. You guys can see it, right? I can see. Look, I can see my end here. Exit out and.
I did. It just now started.
It just now started. Okay, yeah. So look, that's something else. So you guys are gonna have to bear with us. We're still having some technical difficulties here while we're in the middle of this move. By the way, oh, I wanted to show you guys something before we actually started. I can't. I'm gonna have to. Let me exit. Let me exit completely. Hold on. Let's do this right because I want to show you guys something. You guys might have already seen it. If you follow me on Twitter, you might have already seen it, but I think it's such a cool art, you know. Hold on a second. The close-up camera is looking a whole lot better. You know, Mornville, you're not the only one who has said that. Some people have said they prefer this camera just because it's a lot closer to it. But check this art. Check this art out. You seeing this? This is amazing. This was, I don't know if you can see it. My face is kind of my webcam is kind of covering Bexy a little bit. But this was made by Haydar here. He's one of the best God of War fan artists that we have here. He's an artist, right? But he's also a God of War fan, so both things intercept. And he has made some really cool God of War fan art. And I hope he doesn't mind that I'm using his painting as my desktop. I was using God of War 2 for a while, but I thought this one was so cool. And I'm like, hey, well, we're in the spirit of God of War Laufey hype. Why not change my my desktop wall screen to this, you know? So ask him if you guys can use it. I didn't ask him. I thought he was. I'm sure he's cool with it, but you know, it's all good. Ask him just to be sure. Hey Daniel, so excited for God of War Laufey gonna be peak. We're hoping, man. We're hoping it's gonna deliver. You know, let's go ahead and start. And I'm having to use my my God of War 2018 on my computer, the version that I have from Steam that I bought years back. Because I don't really have my PS5 here. It's one of these boxes still, so I haven't really had time to. It's not that I haven't had time to unpack. It's more like I don't really have a lot of space. But long story short, Conan and I might need to stay a little bit longer in the US until August 1st-ish. So, and I know that Doom, the Dark Ages Revelation comes out on July 7th. So I might as well just bring my my big desk and just have my PS5 ready and all that. So what I'm saying is, like, if it struggles a little bit, it's my computer. It's my computer because my computer's a little bit old now, you know. Hey, Danoy, what's up, man? Looking fresh, brother? I don't think I'm looking fresh at all. I went to a lake with Kona and the in-laws yesterday, and I got burnt. I would show you guys, but it doesn't look very good. I got burnt real bad, you know. Have I pre-ordered GTA? Nah. Anyone here knows that I'm not a big fan of GTA. I'm not. I think GTA is not. It's not good for the industry overall. Like, it kind of sets the tone for what AAA games are supposed to be like, and I don't really like it. That's not the only reason why I'm not buying it. It's just, I might buy it, to be honest, because it's such a big cultural moment in gaming, right? But it's more like, GTA has never really been my thing that much, you know. I know I'm one of the 3 people who's not interested in GTA. I know everybody else is, but I don't really like open world games that much. It has to be really interesting, you know. Hey, not a fake game, but you can hear ravens literally the first few seconds after hitting start, and when you get the boat, ravens fly off the rocks. Yeah, Dean, first of all, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I'm gonna have to try and keep the Raven talk to a minimum, because I do know that there's a lot of them. We have to thank Morse for this, because Morse has been obsessing about Ravens for a while, and the last time I did a God of War 2018 playthrough, it was like that, me looking for Ravens constantly. So yeah, the whole thing about Odin makes it interesting for God of War Laufey, because after Ragnarok, sorry, it's kind of squeaky. After Ragnarok, I had this theory, and it was one of my latest theories, that Odin was still alive and that he was going to be coming back in some way. And a part of me still believes that can be achieved, but I just don't know how it's going to work with the everyone. Maybe Odin will be in the Atreus game. I just don't know. Because look, as much as we want to say, give me a sec. As much as we want to say that, oh, this is all part of the plan, you know, it still has a lot of cohesiveness to it. I would even say the Norse saga and the newer games, story-wise, are more cohesive with the plan they have for the story than the Greek games. But we can't be blind to the fact that there's definitely been some changes. We know for a fact that there's been changes around, so I don't know how many things have impacted these changes, you know. Audio sounds good. Yeah, Kona was slaving like for a whole hour before starting to make sure the audio was good. And I think we got it to a point that it's really good, you know. But thank you, Luke. Oh, King scored, my bad, man. Didn't Sindri pop his soul? But that's the thing, we don't even know.
Still want me to tie it to the...
How do we know that you need a soul? I mean, what I mean is, like, do we know that what we see in the everyone with in regards to Faye, do we know that that's a part of her soul? I know she says that a part of her is still outside, and that could be the light of Alfheim, right? But it seems like when they die, they just go to the everyone. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter that her soul is gone per se. That's just where gods go. That's how I interpret it, but maybe you guys have a different view, you know? Hey Flasher, what's up, man? Did I watch Chronicles' video on the Lion King and God of War? I did, and for one thing, I didn't even know that there was a Lion King 0.5 or something. Hold on.
Something changed. The forest feels different now.
Everything is different, boy. Try not to dwell on it.
Why does it feel different? What? Nah, I'm kidding. Faye technically is not in the everyone yet. But yeah, I did watch the Chronicles video on the Lion King. It's really good, and it explains it perfectly what it's going to be like. But I didn't even know that there was a Lion King 1.5 or whatever he said. I thought he was joking around, to be honest with you. But yeah, apparently that there's a movie or a show where it shows that Timon and Pumbaa were behind a lot of the big events of the Lion King story. I did not know that. So it was a cool video that perfectly explains what the Fae game might feel like, and honestly, that's the part that has me the most hyped about the Fae game. I'm excited about seeing all of these connections where we don't even know. Oh, what about this tree here? This is an example. This is a shitty example, but well, Fae was behind it all the time, you know. 22 minutes of prologue. Did I watch the everyone in the Midgard video? What do you mean? Which one? What do you mean? Kuba, do you get the info about that giant lion in the God of War Love? The giant lion? What lion? What are you talking about? I actually haven't watched the God of War Love announcement that many times anymore. Like, I watched it a couple times, did a couple of videos, and that was it, you know? Keep looking for hints. You guys, the water's wet.
That was the last.
I have to... And that's what I mean, like, I'm doing this just because it's just fun. It's a good excuse to just talk to you guys, the community, once again, you know? But I'm not sure if we're gonna find anything, to be honest with you. Like, I've played this game... I don't know how many times exactly. It would be fun to know how many times I've played it. I know I have, like, 500 hours of time played on my PS5. This is my PC, as you can see. But I would be curious to know, like, how many times I've played it. And there comes a look. There just comes a point that I'm not gonna stop it. There comes a point that we're just not gonna find anything because we're not looking at clues with the right framework. You know, now that we know that Faye is part of that framework,
Oh, there.
we have another layer to analyze things with. So maybe some things will make more sense. We'll make theories about it,
Oh,
but I'm not expecting
call to me.
any big revelations. I guess it's just an excuse to play God of War 2018 again, you know. And again, I'm not even sure if I'm gonna play the whole thing, but I'm gonna try. You know.
Oh, there do they call to me. 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 She's ready.
Oh, thank you for super chat here from. Didn't even see it, man. There's definitely something odd about Odin. Eric and Corey are not blind. Even if there are a few changes, they wouldn't leave holes in the story. Well, yeah, Odin would be one of the last things they kind of left hanging, you know. I'll get back to the super chat. Give me a second. Let me watch this back, because this is the moment. She is about to go to the everyone, you guys. Right here. We're seeing it right here. See, it's moments like these that really hype me up about the Faye game, because right now I'm thinking, oh my god, she's going now. She's going to the everyone right now. It's happening. But we didn't know that before, and we're looking at it through a different lens. That's what I was hoping for, you know? And there she goes.
I'm sorry.
Squeeze. This knife. It was hers. Now it is yours. She taught you to hunt.
What she knew.
Show me.
Now?
Now.
What are we hunting?
You are hunting deer.
Hey, Rune King, I'm doing good, man.
Which way?
In the
Direction
direction
of
deer.
deer.
Okay,
Alright,
this way.
give me just a sec, guys. I gotta line up the chat. Apparently, it's not lined up proper. Oh, yeah, I see. Well, I think the issue is the. There we go. That should be good. I just like to extend the webcam a little bit. But yeah, getting back to the whole Odin thing, the super chat. Thank you, Irfin, for that, by the way. I don't know where I land on them right now. I almost get the sense that,
Father,
yeah, Corey and Eric.
how are we doing this now?
I need to know you can survive the journey.
Then we leave for the mountain?
Depends on you. Hunt.
What are you doing back there? The hunting grounds are this way.
Sorry, I'm just looking here. I do think that there's a plan. They do have a plan of where they want to see like the ending of the series. And I feel like the Greek games were also the same. They had an idea that he was going to destroy the Greek realm, you know? Like, there is like an overarching idea. But what I think they're doing differently with the Norse games, and I guess just in the modern games, is that they're specifically leaving little hints of things that they could potentially do things with them, right? And that kind of brings me to the whole Odin thing. Because I find it really weird, man. I find it really weird. How do you do the... How did I do this? Why is this a thing? I couldn't see what that was. I do find it really weird, man, how, like, in God of War Ragnarok, it makes a point for us to look at Hugin, Odin's Raven. And it's like, why is he alive? What is the... There has to be something about that.
Tracks. Not deer, though. I'll keep looking.
Okay. Are there any theories about what could happen after they spread the ashes in Jotunheim? Because obviously she planned that, and it was for a big reason. Well, I always thought like the whole trip to Jotunheim as a wait for them to see the mural in Jotunheim. It's possible that the ashes will also play a role. With this Fae game, we don't really know like what the plan is, like what things are gonna be tied back to. Be like, you see this was actually really important, you know. So maybe the ashes will be important.
Your mother taught you well.
But it would be cool if we actually get to see, like, because we think that Faye is also going to be able to come into the real world, or like at least see into it, right? Which reminds me, I got to talk about the telescope a bit. Someone had a really interesting theory about it. But what was the question? I forgot. What was the question? Yeah, I said the Morgan Le Fay theories. There's so many theories. I've seen a lot of theories floating around. And I'm not really working... I have 2 videos written that are kind of planned, but because we're like in at our in-laws' place, my in-laws' place, it's a little bit more difficult to get the time and space to you know, record a theory and stuff. But I have a couple theories that I want to... Not necessarily theories. I'm kind of just moving away from theories if you really think about it, and just talking about the topics that really interest me. And there's things that I want to talk about, like for example, Brock. Brock was such a big moment in God of War Ragnarok, and now with the Everywin, I feel like it's the perfect excuse for Santa Monica to bring him back. But just because they can, what the hell? Why is he running like that?
Yes, Father.
Wait a second. Am I tripping, you guys? Were you always able to run in the intro of the game? I don't think you could. Did they patch this thing? I feel like they patched this thing. Anyway, just keep going.
You broke our...
You couldn't know?
How are we gonna get across?
Because I remember that being one of my complaints about the intro of this game. That you couldn't run in the intro. Like, I found it really annoying on multiple playthroughs.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure you could.
What happened here?
PC mod? No, I don't have any mods. Well, Kona did have the idea of, like, putting some funny mods in. But I don't think she did. She couldn't find anything that was really funny, you know? Yeah, it was after the troll. You could only run after you fought the troll. And now you can. That's why I was doing that weird running in place thing. Because it's still doing the movie thing that you can't really run in certain parts, you know?
Do not be sorry.
Be better.
Better.
Let me pull this back. Anyway, what was I talking about? I forgot what I was talking about. I got distracted. Why run when you can agile strike cancel? I know how to do that as long as I don't have the upgrade that I can hold back the axe and like do like a single move with it. I can't really do it right now, but see, you couldn't run before. You're not gonna convince me that you couldn't run before. Hey, the Zaddy Kuba. Hope move is going well. Yeah, it's a little bit complicated, but you know, we're here. We're still standing, you know. There. Yeah, we were talking about Brock, right? Sorry, I didn't mean to like forget about it. I got distracted by the ability to run. But yeah, I feel like with the Everyone, it's possible that they can bring Brock back, but I don't want him to. I think Brock was one of the best moments of God of War Ragnarok, that moment of him dying. And I think it would cheapen just that moment, you know. Because the theory is that, oh, what if Brock comes back and he can be the blacksmith in the Everywind? Because, you know, she's gonna have to have one of those. I don't think that aspect of the gameplay is going to change much, you know. What difficulty did I choose, you guys? I think I chose Give Me No Mercy, like, not the hardest one. Yeah, because they're taking a while to die, yeah. There we go. We've done, yeah, you can run out. It's insane.
They've never come this close to our woods before.
Keep moving.
Pay close attention to Sindri, as we may get hints about his involvement in Laufey, as Cory Barlog hinted he is his other favorite character, yeah, other than Faye, yeah. Yeah, I found that to be kind of puzzling, what Cory said about, Sindri. It kind of makes me think that they might be making a Sindri game, because I was wondering, how is the story going to continue exactly? It's possible we might see him in the Atreus game, but why? So the whole thing about, like, Brock coming back, I don't think Sindri's gonna be looking for a way to bring Brock back. That was part of his arc, you know, that he was already feeling ashamed that he went behind Brock's back to bring him back to life the first time, you know. So he's not gonna do that again. So there's no reason for him to encounter Atreus, at least at the moment, for him to encounter Atreus in his adventures, you know. But it's possible he might get his own game. And that's when this whole idea of, like, the God of War MCU thing starts to get a little bit unstable, because I'm down with a Faye game, but I don't know if I'm down with a Sindri game. What do you guys think? Would you guys play a Sindri game? I'm curious. You know, I'm curious. Anyway. Sindri game name, Washing Hands Simulator. Well, I mean, look, that's honestly, like, one of the... I think I liked how Santa Monica left Sindri and God of War Ragnarok. It was one of the most interesting things in that story. I like that he... It's not that he overcame his fear of germs, per se. It's more like he, at the moment, he was so angry that it didn't matter. I loved it how he, when he's preparing the Brock's body for his funeral, he doesn't have his gloves on. He's literally getting his hands dirty, you know? I like that. He was out there fighting in Ragnarok, so... I wonder if this is Santa Monica's way of, like, teasing that there might be a Sindri game coming. And who knows, like, there might be, like, a really cool idea for a Sindri game. Like, that one that... kind of thing, it's kind of a weird comparison, but think about it, like... What if he can be, like, building stuff up, you know? Like... Not Minecraft, but Fortnite, like putting up walls and stuff. Like, I don't want that per se, but I'm like, if they're gonna do a Sindri game, it can't be a traditional action game like one with Kratos or Laufey, right? It's gotta be something unique to his character, you know? And it could be really unique. Maybe that's what Santa Monica is planning to build with the God of War IP, you know? People complain about playing as a woman, now replace it with a dwarf, pack it up. It's not the dwarf per se, it's just that now you're extending, like, this, you're making the God of War IP too broad now, where it comes to the point that it kind of loses meaning completely, you know? I'm okay with Faye, but I don't know if I'm super interested in exploring Sindri as a character, you know? Maybe from a gameplay perspective, it could be interesting, but I don't know. I don't know what they're planning, you know? I don't think they will do anything they can't relate with. How so? Hey, what does that sound like, Kuba? That sounds like a tease for the Egyptian saga. What do you mean, like Sindri? Sindri, like, being, because the whole, like, Book of the Dead thing, like, they again, I don't think Sindri's gonna bring Brock back to life, though. I don't think that's gonna happen. Mecha Sindri. I think that was my idea, right? No, my idea was Mecha Mimi or something. There was like, wouldn't it be funny if the body they give him is Mecha Mimi or something? I still think I'm down for that, you know. But, you know, you look at God of War Ragnarok, and you get the hint that maybe they are planning. Man, I'm sure they updated this. You could not run in the intro before. This is so good. This is so good. Thank you so much to whenever they did this update, because that was such a dumb thing. Anyway, God of War Ragnarok kind of already casted that wide net to a lot of like characters that they could potentially explore. You think about it. What about Thrud, guys?
Up there!
What about Thrud? She literally got the hammer.
You went to the old temple.
And people are thinking, oh, maybe we'll see her in the Atreus game. But I don't think... The way it's explained is that Thrud is not going out of the Norse realm, she's staying in. So she's gonna have her own adventures and stuff. This could work, but it could also be dangerous, you know? Hey, honey. Can we eat lunch?
Bow back now?
Can you hit it from here?
We should get closer.
Mayo was really the one who really pointed out the no running back in God of War 2018. Yeah, I think it was one of the things he complained about, among others, you know. But yeah, I'm glad they did it, because I remember being, but this was recent, maybe like it's only for PC, that I'm sorry if I'm gonna be a little bit loud for your nappy, okay? Maybe it's something they added recently, because it is kind of annoying not being able to jump. I think that there's definitely things that they can tweak about the movie-like experience in the the movie-like experience in the PlayStation games. Like, you really don't need forcing a player to walk instead of run. I think that's a sin in gaming. You can't do that. You cannot take away control from the player. If your story is interesting, you can do this. You can do this in an experiment. You can go and play Dead Space right now. In almost every because Dead Space is one of those games that's also no cut camera. It's still somewhat, I was gonna say story focused. It has a narrative, is what I'm saying, right? But in that game, every time like you're talking to someone over the radio, you can still run with Isaac. You can do it. The game does not interrupt that aspect of the gameplay for a story moment. If your story is interesting, players will stop and then they'll walk and listen. That's what I did. You know, I think Santa Monica and like these modern God of War games have a lot to learn from Dead Space. That could actually be a really fun video for me to do, because I recently gotten into the Dead Space series again, and there's so many things. It's not just that; it's also the immersive HUD as well. I don't know how they would do that in God of War though. Brock's gotta die, and Sindri leaving feels off. I just don't know what future Sindri has, to be honest. It seems like they want to do more stuff with him. Like this saga, like God of War as an IP itself cannot end with Sindri being the way that he is. Like, he's probably gonna, similar to Freya, he's going to go through his own arc and learning to forgive Atreus. I just hope it's not rushed like the Freya one is, to be honest with you. Who's there? Let me get rid of this auto lock thing. I don't like that. There we go. What difficulty, man? I want to see what's in. Give me a challenge. That's the... Yeah, okay. It's funny, I'm not even feeling it that hard to begin with. I've become a pro gamer recently, you guys. I am so good these days. I'm sure Sindri will be a calm and reasonable in the future. I think that's just gonna be part of his arc, just learning to be calm and reasonable again. But I don't want him to go back, man. I don't want him to go back to like his oh, I'm a germ guy, I'm afraid of germs. I find that kind of like, it was fun for one game, but it just got tiring. Like that's all his thing. That's everything. So that's one of the reasons why I was glad to see him change. Well, I died. I spoke too soon about feeling too easy. But anyway, we were talking about other theories and stuff before I started talking about Brock, but yeah, I've seen a lot of theories about Laufey being Morgan Le Fay. I will have to like look more into that. I know that there's a lot of theories about the sword that she has, right? And it could just be because I'm someone who lives in the West, and it's more natural for me to think of like the Excalibur than a Chinese or Japanese sword, right? But I honestly think that it would be so cool to get like the Arthurian mythos involved in it somehow. It could work really well, I feel like. People are already connecting the everyone to Avalon already, which I thought was really cool. They made Odin always seem like he was steps ahead. Oh, hold on. Where did this Draugr come from? I don't know you had to fight a Draugr here. It feels like it's been a while since I played this game. Yeah, they made Odin always seem like he was steps ahead. Wouldn't he know about the everyone since he died for a few days, hanging? The thing is, we know from God of War 2018 itself that Mimir says, yeah, it's been known that the Aesir always find their way to Valhalla. No Valkyrie escorts, no long waits at the gates of Helheim or something like that. So there was a time that it seemed like Magni and Modi would have gone to Valhalla, not the everyone. At least that's how, or maybe it could be like part of the, similar to like Faye. I'm just now thinking about that because we know for a fact that part of Faye's soul went into the light. Maybe it's just something that happens regardless, you know, that they kind of split off. Excuse me, Atreus. You just pushed me. That, you know, you get part of Odin's soul does go, Odin for a fact does not go to Valhalla. He doesn't hint at that at the end, you know. But at least in the case of Faye, part of her soul went into the light of Alfheim. And another part, or just something else completely, went to the everyone. So I wonder if it's the same for gods. I would, look, when the God of War announcement thing, Laufey announcement happened, I wish it would have, I would have got an interview with Santa Monica, I know, to ask these questions. Because, you know, the interviews that they did at school and all that, but it just makes it sound kind of elitist. Was like, they're not true God of War fans. It's not that they're not true God of War fans, it's just that they're just interested in like broad things. And I'm like, I want to ask like more specific questions, but I don't know if they would even answer them, to be honest with you, you know. Nice. Faye is a god, bro. She just doesn't know it. No, again, I think even Ariel has said that it's just a misconception by Frank, you know, stupid name, Frank. The everyone is not where gods go to die. It's like where all magic returns to. So you don't have to be a god. You just have to have some magic. That's it, you know. So I don't. It's possible that something will be revealed about Faye that we didn't know. Most likely, I'm expecting it. But I don't know if it's gonna be like you were a god the whole time. I think it's gonna be something like that, you know. Yeah, Bexy calls her a godling because from his perspective, he seemed to like whenever like someone humanoid comes in who has magic is a god, you know. From his perspective, that's what happens, you know. But Bexy doesn't know about Faye. She's just assuming because he is a god. So he's assuming that she too has to be the same status as her. The point is, the thing is like this question is this argument itself is kind of silly because even Norse, even Vikings did not make a distinction between giants and gods. It's something that I think comes more from Greek mythology, but even that still, it's not really. It's more of a modern thing because titans and gods, they're just different generations of the same beings, you know. It's just different generations. Same thing with giants. Giants and Aesir gods are part of the same race. They just kind of split off, you know.
Boy.
So in a way, you're right. She is a god because they're the same thing.
It's Skull and Hati, the giant wolves who chase the sun and moon. Where did they come from? How did they get up there? What's happening there at the end? They eat the sun and moon, and then everybody fights?
Aesir always looked down on the Jotnar. Oh yeah, they did, yeah. Well, in the traditional stories, the Jotun are the bad guys. They're the bad guys, but they're still powerful. There's their enemies, you know. Wait for the cube to turn out to be one of the most interesting. Oh, wait for the cube to turn out to be one of the most interesting God of War characters. I feel like it might have like a cool plot twist of who he really is and what his role really is, right? But I feel like I'm still gonna find him annoying through the whole game.
It is simply a target. Clear your mind.
I have a suspicion that he's not gonna remain a cube for the entirety of the game. I feel like something's gonna happen. He's gonna, because he's like gelatinous. He can change shapes. You know, I'm sure he's gonna be able to change into other things. Just watch.
Your knife. No.
Oh, I want to read this.
Finish what you started.
One girl says, Captain Hewitt, when Atreus falls sick and Curtis gets in the boat, look to your right. You will see something in the distance. Well, this is like, we're not going to be able to see this today, though. That's going to be a while from now, but I'll try to remember that. I doubt it, though.
I can't.
I doubt something's going to be that obvious, though. I think you can't even, I don't think you can even move the camera when you're in the boat with Atreus while he's sick, right? Wait, combat devs said you will be able to upgrade the cube? Did they? Or you're thinking that I said that? I did not say that. I just said that I have a suspicion that because Frank is a gelatinous mass, I feel like he's going to take different shapes, you know? I think from a gameplay perspective, Frank might be probably the most fun companion you'll have. Because man, if we have a bouncy cube and we can't use him for platforming, it's gonna be such a waste. It's gonna be such a waste of an opportunity there. I was talking to Kona about this while doing some audio tests, that I'm really hoping that the ability to jump in the Fey game isn't just restricted to combat. I hope we're gonna be able to like have platforming again. But Mayo actually has a really interesting theory why platforming got removed from the God of War games, and like, you know, I have a feeling it's a cynical view, but it wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. It would not surprise me at all. I think I've talked about it before. Mayo's theory on why platforming got removed is because it's platforming and puzzles are things that you can't really tweak when it comes to difficulty. They're either going to be hard for people who are not good at that, or they're going to be fine for people who can. So it doesn't matter if you change it to easy or hard in the difficulty, man. Like, it's always going to be the same challenge, right? And Mayo thinks that they got rid of it because with these games they're trying to attract a more a wider audience that's not really, you can say that it's outside of the gaming peripheries. Is that a word? That's the word, right? And I'm like, that kind of makes sense. Mayo, cynical? Never. Wait a second. What is... You have equipped armor that contains enchantment socket. Yeah, okay. Did you start... When you start this game, do you have already one of these? I hate these menus, bro. That's weird. I don't remember that being a thing. I don't know if they changed things for the PC version. Someone said, I hope it's open. They can't follow the same formula as God of War Ragnarok. I don't think the formula in God of War Ragnarok is necessarily bad. I just think that there's not enough like fun traversal mechanics to justify like a semi-open structure. With those games, Santa Monica wants to be almost a Metroidvania without having any of the Metroidvania mechanics. What's the point of having it open if you're constantly just gonna be like doing the same slow climb on walls, you know? You're not really evolving the formula in any way. A game like Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, I think the second one, I remember having fun a lot in that game, and that game is semi-linear as well. But it's fun because you get abilities that you can now throw an arrow to a wall, and then you can use that arrow to climb higher on that wall. You get pickaxes that you can jump higher. Like it keeps evolving the formula. But again, in these two Norse games, Santa Monica did not want to have platforming at all, and that hurt the pacing quite a bit. Because it means that traversal doesn't really change at all. You can upgrade the cube. That's cool. Okay, look, I always assumed you could, but have the developers said that? I don't see why you wouldn't be able to upgrade Frank. He's your new companion character, you know? It's funny, while Kratos is fighting a troll, Faye is fighting two gods. I mean, one god in the everyone. We would have to like time it to see exactly like what's happening what time, you know? Yeah, the dev said that. I mean, I figured. It's one of those things that devs don't really have to tell me. I just assumed that you would be able to upgrade Frank.
That's what you did!
Boy.
Think I'm afraid of you! You're nothing to me!
Boy, look at me. Look at me, boy. Boy, look at me.
We did it.
You are not ready.
What? Are you serious? I found the deer. I proved myself. How am I not ready?
We are going home.
I haven't been sick in a long time. I can do this.
You are not ready.
Crew can also be upgraded, which is interesting. Again, these things I kind of assume, you know?
I am ready.
Do not speak again.
Anyway, Corey said to me right now that Frank was working with Athena, but he didn't agree. He weighs, and he was cursed and turned into a cube. Totally believe you, man. Totally believe you. It is interesting that Frank, out of all the things we've seen in the Everyone, is the only thing that shares the same color as Athena, the Rift, and the Rift. Yeah, I was gonna say something else, but I guess the Rift, you know. It is interesting. He has to be connected. I think Ariel has said that he is part of the Everyone, didn't she? I would have to go back on the interviews. Something about that. After playing Uncharted 4, I really hope that's how the exploration is handled. Chapters with different pantheons in the Everyone would go insane. Fanboys and I feel like that super chat is an excuse to say fanboys. So let me see, chapters with different pantheons in the Everyone. Oh, I see. You're saying that you want it linear and just have different chapters. I highly doubt it, man. I don't think they're gonna be. I don't think they're gonna give us a linear experience. It's one of those things that modern gamers just like they like exploration as a big part of it, you know? And I don't know, I feel like... I don't know where I land on it, to be honest with you. I've been playing... Well, I mean, you guys know that I was playing Mina the Hollower on my Switch. My Switch actually broke. During the move, it fell and, like, the screen... Even though it doesn't look cracked cracked, it's messed up. I can show you guys if you want it somewhere here. The point is, I had to start over playing Mina the Hollower on my PC, and I'm having a lot of fun. That game it's kind of an open world game. It's a really good open world game. But every once in a while I'm like, I feel like playing some God of War 2. Even though I've played it hundreds of times now, I go back and play God of War 2. And I find that linear aspect so nice and refreshing. It's like such tight pacing. Such beautiful pacing. And that's just something that the Norse games just can't compete with the older games, in my opinion, you know? But people really like their exploration, so I don't think we're gonna get a linear game with the Fae game. I think it's gonna be as open as God of War Ragnarok, but I'm telling you right now, most likely this game is going to be open world. I have a feeling that that's going to be the case. Didn't you notice that the first thing Bixie did to Faye was smell her? Sound familiar? No? No? Which, why would that sound familiar? Who smells who in God of War? I can't think of anyone who smells another character in the series now. Didn't say I'm not gonna contact you for an interview. Well, that was a while back. That was for Ragnarok's, when Ragnarok was announced, I think. Yeah. It was the first or second? It must have been the first trailer. They contacted me for an interview, but in this one they didn't. It seemed like no one else from the community was also contacted, so they did a couple of interviews with Skill Up, and I really don't know why. I'm not gonna put a conspiracy tinfoil hat on, but you would think that they would want to just like, because that's where like those channels like mine, John Ford, Chronicler, these are like hubs of the community where you have a lot of God of War fans, you know? And you would think that they want to reach those fans, right? But maybe God of War is so big right now, guys, that I'm not needed. I'm not needed anymore, you know? It's time to retire. Mimir smells Kratos' fart, I'm pretty sure of it. Poor guy. Sure. Whatever you say, bro. Whatever you say.
I do not know. Now be silent. Almost home.
Anyway. So I'm gonna watch Kuba Raggy playthrough, and then the rest is history. Hey, maybe. But I think the tide has turned on God of War Ragnarok a little bit. I think people these days are a little bit more critical of the game and, you know, its flaws. Oh, the ogre smelled Kratos and told him, "You smell like a god," remember? He did do that, yeah. What's the meme? Meanwhile, it's like, "I will kill you." We'll look at it again like once before we leave. Wait, is the? I'm thinking. I don't remember now. Well, we'll see.
You lost control.
That thing was trying to kill us. It's not like you don't get angry in a fight.
Anger can be a weapon. If you control it, use it. You clearly cannot. When you...
I haven't been sick in a long time. I'm better now.
Fine. Come on, then.
You want me to hit you?
I want you to try.
Ow! What are you...
Try again.
Why are you doing that?
Too slow. Try again.
Cut it out!
Weak. Again. Again.
Stop it!
Again. Your anger. You can get lost in it. The path ahead is difficult. And you, Atreus, are clearly not ready.
What was that?
Quiet.
Come on out! There's no use hiding anymore. I know who you are.
What's going on? Do you know him?
More importantly, I know what you are.
Boy, beneath the floor. Now.
But you told me never to go down there. Who is that?
I do not know.
What's he talking about?
I do not know. Get in.
Just tell me what I want to know.
No need for
this
things
to
to
get
get ready. I love Baldur.
I thought you'd be bigger. But you're definitely the one. Long way from home, aren't you?
What do you want?
Oh, you already know the answer to that.
Whatever it is you seek, I do not have it. You should move on.
And here I thought your kind was supposed to be so enlightened, so much better than us, so much smarter. And yet you hide out here in the woods, like a coward.
You do not want this fight.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I do.
Leave my home.
I think so, Irfan.
You
I think it was
are going to have to kill me.
it was with the purpose of making sure he would control the prophecy of Ragnarok. He got to decide when Ragnarok started. Baldur was just looking for a cure.
I warned you.
But Baldur, I mean, but Odin probably had different plans for it, you know.
Listen.
Whose mind is gone? What? Have I watched the Norway versus Coat the War match? I have not watched a single World Cup match. I used to watch the World Cup when I was a kid, and I guess a teenager. But I kind of just stopped watching sports, to be honest. Just don't really like find that enjoyable anymore.
Come on, then.
I'm sure Faye will outnumber Kratos' god kills in the Norse saga, but it'd be crazy if she kills more gods in one game than he did in the whole franchise while he was busy holding back and being better. Well, the thing is, like, with the everyone, that's certainly possible. You know, like, that's where all the gods go to after they die, so... it is curious that I had an interesting theory, and another fan actually had the same theory, because I saw it on my, on the God of War, on the Captain Kuba community thing on YouTube, and the theory was that the, and I'll try to make this into a video, but the theory was that the sword that Faye has was actually made with, it's gonna be hard to explain. the theory is that the sword that Faye has is related to the Blade of Olympus, because the Blade of Olympus seems to have an ability to do what exactly? Take the powers of a god from gods, you know. It happened to Kratos, and it has the ability to suck away powers, you know. And what I like about God of War is that this connection between mythologies. You know, Kratos is Kratos, but he's also Farbodi, you know. It's possible that Faye is Faye, but also Morgan Le Fay, right? So you have these connections, right? And the same could happen with weapons. We're not really trained to think that way. But what if in the Everyone, you know, part of the Blade of Olympus went there, and one of the smiths, you know, smith gods, forged it into another weapon, and it still has that quality of the Blade of Olympus to extract the powers of a god, and that's why every god there seems to be so afraid of it. It's highly unlikely. I'm sure it's gonna be something completely unique, but as far as theories goes, I thought it was a really interesting one, you know. Wait, Hephaestus made the blade Faye holds. When did he do that? No, I didn't say that. I said, what if one of the Smith gods did that, you know? We don't know who that blade is made, you know, who made that blade. We don't know if it was made in the Everyone. We don't know if it was made outside of it. Maybe it just exists. I don't know. Slow and old. You should have never come to Midgard.
So, care to try again?
You talk too much.
You won't talk? Fine. Maybe whoever it is you've got stashed in that house will. Who is it? Who are you afraid I'll find? Let's find out.
Oh, people were asking me about like this whole thing, like what the mural was. Where's the photo mode thing? People say, oh, what is that thing? It's just it's a piece of the mural from Jotunheim. You can see it very well here, because people have also gone back to play these games again after God of War Laufey, and they're like, oh, what was that? What was that thing? You can actually see Kratos fighting Baldur right there. Let me see. You can see him right there. This is the Thamur's corpse. You can see more stuff here as well. The boat in Helheim. I think that's, yeah, it's Magni and Modi's, the fight with Magni and Modi. So you can see some things here, you know. Hey Morse, welcome back to the Spartans, man. It's good to have you back. How you been doing? I noticed that you've been doing a lot of translation stuff on God of War after God of War Laufey. You having fun? You having fun in schizo mode? Are we gonna get to the mural where we see 8 planets? Okay, that reminds me of something we have to talk about. What 8 planets? Oh no, that's way too far in the game, though. That's probably like a part 3 of the playthrough or something like that. I don't think I'm gonna get there today. I don't know how long I'm gonna be playing today, to be honest. Because I don't know if I told you, but I'm not feeling the best day. I went out to the lake yesterday and I got really bad sunburnt, and I'm just, I'm tired, you know. But I'll play for a little bit, for sure, a couple hours. But that reminds me. Cory Barlog said one time that he saw what the God of War universe as a Hubble telescope. He literally used that word, a Hubble telescope, and you can see like different galaxies, right? I think I have it somewhere. I would have to play like a really cringy video of mine, which I'd rather not do. Again, there's so many things I want to talk to you guys about, but just making videos is difficult these days, like before I move officially. So I have to write them and then like record them a couple of months later. It'll probably be like around August when I start recording them again. But it kind of makes me think that, yeah, the telescope we see in God of War Laufey is definitely related to the outside world. It has to, like, those planets have to be like physical representations of different mythologies and pantheons. It has to be something about that. Because why would they be so obsessed about it? Here's an unlikely character to be in God of War Laufey, but could be interesting. Metis Athena's mom? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, why do you think it would be interesting, though? Why would you want her to be in it? Because, I mean, we could say that a lot about a lot of other gods, you know? There's other mythologies that I want to see there. People were mentioning, oh, it would be cool to see, like, Wukong in there as well. Like, yeah, it would be cool. What's that African god? Chango, I think? That would be really cool to see as well. Because he has a lot of, like, similarities with Kratos' like, his family. He killed his family, or his family died, I forgot now. So there's a lot of gods. It doesn't have to be just from Norse and Greek, you know, there could be a lot of interesting gods.
When Odin sent me here, I just
Needed answers for you.
You had to act all proud. Throw whatever you have at me. I'll keep coming. That old body will give out. But before I end this, I want you to know one thing. I can't feel
any of this. Do I know that the Fate game costs more to make than God of War Ragnarok? Are you asking me, or are you telling me? I don't know for a fact. I'm assuming it costs about to make as much, or maybe even more. It seems like just costs in games are just going up and up, so it wouldn't surprise me if you told me for a fact that the game is going to cost more. It's probably going to be more ambitious as well. Like, the way Ariel is talking about it, it's like there's going to be giant creatures. There's going to be a lot of stuff in this game, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's really expensive to make, you know. The year is 2046. God of War Santeria dropped. Hey, Blood, what's up, man?
You keep trying. I'm not my brother. And if you'd given me what I wanted, it wouldn't have ended this way.
But no.
Let's finish this. Can't beat me! I feel nothing!
I want to see a Metroidvania game made by Santa Monica. I would too. But I honestly don't know if they will. I think that these are going to be like things that if they do make one, it's going to be by another team. Santa Monica is too busy making their own games. They have to have so many projects in the works right now. And I'll talk about the mainline God of War game because I said something and I'm like, I think people are wrong here. I said that, so Jason Schreier said that the Laufey game might release in February or March of 2027, right? And I said, oh, this is good news, not just because we'll get the Fate game early, right? But it's also good news because it might mean that the next mainline God of War game is much earlier than we think. And I said, we will probably see it in 2029. Or if we're lucky, 2028. Highly doubt it. 2028, I think it's a little bit too early, but 2029, I think it makes sense. And people said, no, bro, we're going to get the remakes before then. I'm like, I don't think so. I think the remakes are going to be a PlayStation 6 exclusive only. Like, they're not going to be available for PS5. And I'm sorry. And we can talk about the whole thing with PS5 prices as well, PS6 prices if you will, because that's a really interesting topic as well. But I think the remakes are going to be exclusive to PS5, to PS6. That means we're probably going to get God of War Laufey. It's gonna seem like it's going to be an exclusive to PS5, but once PS6 gets announced, they're probably going to re-release it or give us the ability to play it on PS6 as well. And then after the Faye game, I think we're going to get the next mainline Kratos game, probably God of War Egypt, and that one I think is going to be cross-play. I can feel it, bro.
Feel something, but you can't.
Yeah, PS6 only costs more than $1,000. Yeah, look, I don't know. I don't know what the future holds for the console market. I don't think I'm gonna be playing 1,000 over. I feel like without me knowing it, I feel like when I bought the PS5 console, that was going to be my last console ever. Because how much was PS5? You can tell me in USD. How much was PS5 when it came out? Can you guys tell me? I forgot now. Because
Was he?
I don't think it was more than $500, right? Am I right in that?
How did they find me?
500? About 500?
All this time.
$499. Yeah. I think that was as the highest I was willing to go to pay for a console. You know, a console that I was really going to play. Like I feel like that's, and that for me, 500 was already pushing it. You know, the whole point of consoles is that you don't have to buy a high-end computer to play games. You can just buy a nice console, up to 300, 500, and that's it. Now, $800 for a PS5 Pro? No, thank you. I'm good. I think $500 was the cap for me. And I'm like, oh wow. I think I won't be able to buy a console anymore. I don't think and it makes me really sad because I mean there's a lot of games that I want to play, but as someone who's in his 30s now and has plans for the future, I'm not gonna drop $1,000 on a console. I'm not gonna do that, you know. How about just don't release the PS6? I'm with that idea. A lot of people are with that idea as well. But PlayStation's not gonna do that. They have a plan and they have to stick with it. They probably have a lot of games already planned for it. It's not worthy. It's not worth it anymore. Is what you meant? Yeah, I agree. And you know, you still have PlayStation who's pushing for live service crap. Like these games are not for me anymore. And I like God of War and all that, but I also know that there's a.
There was so much.
If PlayStation had more variety in the types of games they made, maybe it would have been a little bit more justifiable. But what am I going to be playing, guys? I'm going to play God of War. I'm going to play The Last of Us. I'm going to play the next Uncharted game. All of these are going to be narrative-heavy like games. Where I'm like, yeah, these games are fun. Like if you have one that you really enjoy, like me, I like God of War, and I'm really interested to see where the story is. But I don't want to play The Last of Us as well. It's too much of the same thing.
Right.
I am all right.
PS6 is probably going to be my my last console. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where I stand with it. You know.
Gather your things. We are leaving.
Because I know Conan and I have a lot of plans, and the plans are expensive. $1,000 on a console is just insane.
Choice now.
I think what PlayStation might do is they might have to do like what they do with phone plans. Like they just like you pay it like every month you pay a part of it. But I hate that idea. I hate it, bro. Again, God of War Trilogy remake not being cross-platform makes no sense. I think it makes perfect sense. Because it's one of those, from a business standpoint, it's one of those,
Mountain.
it's a project that, if you're interested in it, you have to commit to buying a PlayStation 6. You're like, oh, you want to play the God of War 2 remake? Well, now you're going to have to play it on the PS6, you know? You can't, because let's say that they released the God of War 1 remake on PS5 still.
It'd be a long trip.
You think that they're because how long is it going to take to make all 3 games, right? It's going to take a while. It's going to take a couple of years. And they even TC Carson said that they're early in development. Whatever that means.
Important one.
Whoa,
Whatever that means, right?
how did this happen?
But it's going to be at the very least 5 years. That's me being very generous. I feel like the whole trilogy remake project has to be at least 10 years, you know, feasible to develop them and all that. It only makes sense, you know. I think it makes more sense for them to release the God of War remake, God of War 1 remake on PS6, and then that way you lock in all of those fans to PlayStation 6, because now you have more games to look forward to, you know. But I think God of War Egypt is probably going to be a cross-platform game. I think we're going to get the God of War Laufey, then we're going to get the announcement for the PS6, and they'll probably say that, oh, you can play this game there as well, like you can do with the PS5. That's one thing that I like about the PS5, you can still play your PS4 games on it. It's one of the things I like the most about this generation. So you can probably still play God of War Laufey, and it might have some updates or something like that to make it better. And it's going to be the same thing with God of War Egypt. I think Kratos, the God of War Kratos game, you'll be able to play it on both PS5 and PlayStation 6. But who knows, with how things are at PlayStation, maybe they'll want that extra edge to make sure people buy a PS6 and be like, you want to play the Kratos game? You gotta get a PS6, you know? Maybe God of War Laufey is going to be the last cross-gen game.
They're trying to survive too.
Close your heart to it. On our journey, we will be attacked by all manner of creature. Close your heart to their desperation. Close your heart to their suffering. Do not allow yourself to feel for them. They will not feel for you.
Anyway.
I understand.
Did you get the 007 First Light? It's great. I was thinking about it, but again, look, that's another thing, that the older I get, the harder it becomes for me to justify paying $80 for a game. You know, I tend to buy cheaper games these days, games when they're on sale and stuff. I'm kind of busy as it is. I don't really have a lot of time to play games anymore, and I'll play it eventually when it comes on sale. The game I bought was Mina the Hollower, which was $20, you know. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I think if it wasn't for God of War, I would not really feel this this pressure, this fear of like, oh man, I won't be able to get a PS6 this time, you know, because I'm kind of locked into it now. I have to play these games for the channel and stuff. But if it wasn't for it, I would not really have any commitment to like the AAA space. I think I'm still gonna be a gamer. You can't really get rid of that. I can't really get rid of that. I've always liked games, and I don't think I'll ever stop liking games. But it kind of changed. I have to go through my backlog as well and just play games that I haven't finished. I have to resort to playing cheaper games on Steam and shorter games as well. But yeah, 007, I know it looks great. I love Uncharted, and it reminds me a lot of that series. So I'll play it whenever it goes on sale or something. I did it again.
The gods care nothing for them.
I did it again, bro. Every single time. You can go to any playthrough of God of War 20 that I've done. I always do the same thing. I call the axe whenever I break that chest. I call the axe, and I have to do this thing again. Dumb Kuba. I was LMAO when GTA 6 Standard Edition was revealed to be $80. I'm not buying new games anymore. I've been priced out. So Standard Edition was... But I thought GTA 6 was... I saw headlines that, you know, someone reached out to Rockstar and told them to like make the game more expensive, and GTA said no. But again, like, it doesn't really change much. I think it's what you said, because the game's already expensive as they are, you know? I honestly think we should go back to just having them be $50 or something like that. You know, that's a little bit more justifiable. When you have like an 80, that's another thing, bro. That's another thing with the PS6. You're gonna drop $1,000 on that thing, more than $1,000 more likely. Father? And then what? Then you're gonna have to buy at least 3 games on launch, and that's gonna be what? About $300? Because they're $80 a piece. It's insane, bro. Gaming has gotten insane when it comes to, you know, just price-wise. Like, no one can be a gamer anymore. It's not feasible, you know? PS5 low-key a disappointment in terms of games. I'm not kidding, bro. People think I'm just like doing this to like for rage bait and stuff. And for one thing, I'm not really gonna make a clip out of this or anything. But I think PS5 has been the worst PlayStation generation of all time. Like, I'm not kidding. This has been the worst. It doesn't mean that there hasn't been any good games in it. It has had some good games and a couple of good ideas. Like I said, it's cool that we take for granted that we can... Oh, look at that. I'm gonna look at that in a sec.
All this time.
It's really cool that we
There's been a
can...
protection stave around
We
my
can
entire
take...
world.
We've taken for granted backwards compatibility with the PS4.
Stave's broken.
That's something that really happened only in the PS5. I think with the PlayStation 3 you could do it with the early versions of it, but it's interesting that we can just play PS4 games on the PS5. So there's been a couple of cool things, but I find the PS5 to be super disappointing. Not a lot of exclusives. Most of them were failed live service games. Everything just got super expensive. I haven't been a PlayStation Plus user for about 2 years now, because I'm like, I'm not gonna pay for this crap. Like, what is this? Check that out, guys. You guys seeing this? Hold on a second. Let me go back. The Ravens. I saw the Ravens. My favorite lore marker coming up soon. Which one is it, Dubs? Which one is it? Check that out. I know it's not, I'm probably not related to anything. I know. Because I know you see it here as well. Schizo mode has begun, you guys. That's cool. Anyway, did you hear about Mimir's story, Lord of the Hanged asking for a friend? Lord of the Hanged? I mean, that's in 2018, right? I remember now, but yeah, he talks about how Odin died in the World Tree, and the World Tree got tired of him exploiting his secrets, and it just spit him back out. Is that what you're talking about?
Before winter falls?
I do not know.
Okay.
Tell me that protection stave isn't god level magic. It's just magic, bro. It's just magic. That's the thing. It's a distinction without a difference, I feel like, you know? Bro, I disintegrated that guy. Oh, the rights of the Fjorgen come on, Papa. That's gonna be a wild, bro. That's inside the mountain, isn't it? I don't think we have to go to Alfheim first. I don't think we're gonna get there. You're a little bit off, Mike. That's inside the mountain. Hold on, I'll read the super chat and just say thank you so much, appreciate it.
Whoa! This is on fire!
All right. Okay, come on, I got it. Where is he? I'm gonna try and use the quick turn a little bit more in this playthrough. I never use it. It's one of those things that I just never use. Maybe I shouldn't use it. How many more, bro?
Keep the pressure on.
I died. If I'm developing God of War Trilogy Remake, I would take the development lessons from 7R most important team retention and assets reuse 3D game. Bro, you're gonna have to type that again. I'm so sorry. What are you talking about? If I'm developing the God of War Trilogy Remake, I would take development lessons from 7 most important team retention and asset reuse third game 3 years. I think you mean like you would just reuse a lot of assets. I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. It's not gonna be original every single time they make a new game, you know. I'm not expecting to. That's something that never really bothered me about, like, the conversation about, like, oh, reused assets. I get it, bro. If you were in that position, you would reuse assets like crazy, man. Oh, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I haven't played it, so I can't really speak to that. I'm sorry. I'm not a big Final Fantasy fan, so I don't really know what's going on with that. But yeah, they have to reuse assets like crazy, I'm sure. And I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind one, but it's one of the things that doesn't really bother me. Hold on, I'll read that in a second more. So thank you so much, man. Okay, this again.
All set. Behind you.
Come on. So many of them. I didn't think it was that many this time around. That it? Finally! Oh my god! Such a long fight encounter. Wish there were more enemies.
How was that?
Anyway.
Did I help?
If you want to help, distract them. Whoever is not my focus should be yours, but only when safe to do so.
I can do that.
This place where you find the totems talking about Svetoid Slavic God of War. They stop appearing after Brock's death. Oh man, that's interesting. That is, they're talking about the another God of War. Oh man, that really makes it interesting with the whole, like, everyone and all the gods of war that we've seen there. That's really interesting. But you say that they stop appearing after we find Brock. Look, I don't know. This could be one of those things that maybe it got retconned or something. Like, you can see, like, hints of, like, how this pantheon itself belonged to another pantheon before that. These totems you're talking about. Yeah, we can go there. I think it's this one, right?
Here. Boy.
Sir.
I find that view really interesting, right? But I think it'll be explained, all this kind of stuff will be explained in God of War Laufey better. Like how the God of War universe actually works. I think this is going to be the game we're going to get a full explanation of it, you know?
You can read the writing.
Some. Just the language his mother knew. But they're all sort of connected, so sometimes I can feel my way through stuff I shouldn't know. You know?
I'm wondering, what do you mean, can you check the everyone in the Midgard video before ending the stream? What, Midgard Chroniclers video? What are you talking about? Did he make a video about the everyone itself recently that I didn't see around? You get also these little things here. Because I like the concept of, again, we go back to this whole thing of, like, I like the idea of, all of the pantheons being related to each other, how Kratos is Farbodi in Norse mythology. I like that stuff, and you could make that even wider, just like with like pantheons taking over and stuff, right? I love that idea, but I don't know how to fit in, like, you know, the Slavic gods with the Norse gods, while still having, you know, the traditional story of Norse mythology, the creation story of Norse mythology being canon. You know, if we didn't know like how these pantheons came about, maybe that would be better for that theory, but I just don't know how it works, you know. I do know that in Helheim, it's a little bit more interesting because there's been, what, 10 rulers of Helheim? It's like, who are the 10 rulers? Where did they come from exactly, you know? Kuba, turn off tutorial mode. You're a professional gamer. Can I turn it off?
Speed, cost.
Yeah, let's get rid of this thing. I can't turn it off. It's either all or minimal.
Accuracy.
I guess we'll go with minimal. I think the intro will be enough for you to know what I'm talking about. I still don't know what you're talking about. What video? What's the name of the video? Oh, it's my video, but I think you may like the discovery. Ooh. Maybe. I'm not really watching videos today, though. I'm thinking of doing a Racing Kratos documentary rewatch in the near future. Maybe we can watch other videos then. This is minimal tutorials. All right, I got it. 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 Okay, let me go. Let me go. There's nothing here. Please, thank you. Bro, why do they insist on the hand holding? I think when it comes to the menu, it's a part of, like, the menu itself is so confusing that they have to walk you through every single step. All of those steps you saw me do, if you have to do all of that to, like, navigate the menu, you need to redo your menu. It's as simple as that.
Not
You
yet.
need to redo it.
It's fine. See? Father, help!
Hang on.
You know what's interesting, Morse? Like, even on this bridge right here, you can see those totem things holding the bridge. So they're not just like random things that are scattered. It's part of, like, the world itself.
Hurry!
You know what I'm saying?
Stay calm. Almost there.
Pedro Silva, I still don't understand what you mean. Yeah. Pedro Silva has gone random over the years, man. I have no idea. I don't half the times when he speaks, I don't know what he's talking about.
Your haste will cost us.
I'm telling you, it's part of Corey's plan. But what is your theory? What do you think he's planning then? What do you think he's teasing with these Slavic gods mentioned in Midgard?
But these aren't moving. Are they dead? I mean, more dead?
Boy.
Oh. You think there will be another playable character like Atreus was in Ragnarok? I hope to God that there isn't. I hate with all my soul whenever they make me play as another character in an action game or a character action game. I hate that. I hate that. Even in the games where it works, like DMC5, where, like, oh, they're like really unique. Nero's different from Dante and V. Like, I don't care. I don't like it. To me, it's a pacing issue. I don't want to be stopped the main story to do like someone else's story. I don't want it. And this might sound unpopular. I don't even want it if it's Kratos, bro. This is Faye's game. Let her be Faye's game. I don't want to play as Atreus. I don't want to play as Kratos. I don't want to play as Tyr. This is Faye game. Let her be in the spotlight fully, you know? Tell the story with her only. That's what a game is. It's one of those things like you guys are trying to be too much like movies now. You can't be doing this cutaway thing. It's just not fun. At least for me, you know? Meanwhile, Corey's planning the cube. Like, make me play as the cube. Oh man, I swear, if they make me play as that stupid cube, oh my god, bro, I don't care if the cube is a mixture of Odin and Zeus at the same time, and that's where the every win and the higher plane of I don't care, bro. I do not want to play as the cube. I can maybe tolerate him being a side character, but I really don't like playing as other characters in my single player games. I don't like it. Now, if we're talking about like bonus characters that you can just reuse and like not reuse, but you can do a playthrough with them, like Virgil and DMC3, for example, that's different because that's not really canon. That's just like extra content for the game side of it. But I hate it when there's like an interruption. It's the thing that made me stop playing Bayonetta 3. I love Bayonetta 1, Bayonetta 2. But in Bayonetta 3, the moment I started playing as the as her daughter, I think it's her daughter, I haven't finished it, I stopped playing. I stopped playing and I've never looked back. Nope, I don't like this quippy character and I'm not gonna play as her. I don't care if she plays really unique. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop. Damn it. Okay, good.
That was the last one. Was I better?
Take even more time. It does not matter if you fire only once. Show me control.
Just think about the budget that goes into having Chad Quaid playing the cube. Yeah, look, I'm already that's what I'm going into this game already kind of mad about the cube thing for multiple reasons. I don't like the quippiness, and like you said just now, I don't like the fact that they're probably paying him more than well, I don't know. I was gonna say more than Deborah Ann Wool. I think he's more famous than Deborah Ann Wool, and it's one of those things like you don't need to hire like Hollywood artists. You know, this is lame. We don't need this. We just need someone to play the character properly, you know. But they're probably playing him more than any other cast member, and he probably is going to be the thing. So far, he seems to be the thing that almost everybody's complaining about. Like, his stupid character, that's the only thing that's holding this game back right now.
Read it.
And they're probably paying him the most. You know?
Oh, this used to be a marketplace. The
Hey,
giants
Steve Hack, what's up, man?
used to trade with the gods a long time ago. Wonder if Odin was ever here.
I guess Sandro is wondering if Brock is in the every win or not. Oh, we don't know. We don't know. Given that he was asking the question of what happens to gods after they die, I think it would be good, it would be cool if he was in it somehow. Why did my controller stop vibrating? This is weird. It just stopped. I don't like it. It just stopped vibrating for real. I know you guys can feel it, but I don't like it. Ban Flasher? What did Flasher say? Put the chat on members only. People are too stupid in the comment section. No, I'm not doing that. No, I'm having fun with everybody. I'll do another members only stream, but not this one. People can ask any question they want. I mean, if I think they're wrong, I'll tell them, you know. But I'm not gonna call anyone stupid, Flasher. There we go. You're stretching the line. What did Waleed say? What did Waleed do? What?
I'm exhausted.
What hasn't Flasher said? The totems are in region. The first revenant of the game, the one you found after climbing this wall, sings a real lullaby in the region. Slavs in the regions have a shared ancestry. Okay. Norwegians, that's where Norway, right? That's where you have Scandinavian and all that stuff, right? I'm getting the geography confused, man. Hey, Chronicler, happy hunting. Enjoy the goat game. What's up, man? How you doing? I'm doing worse. Wait, hold on. Oh, hold on. Give me a sec. Is she doing the lullaby now, Morse?
Do you hear that? What is it?
We will see. Stay close.
The 76 doctor said, Kuba, I'm doing worse than you. I'm doing a schizo playthrough of God of War 1 for God of War Laufey. I'm not gonna find crap, but why the heck not, man? I have to make it PG. Why the heck not? You know, right now we're thinking that, yeah, it's just gonna be the Norse stuff, but it could be really hype or really dangerous. Or really dangerous if they also, like, change some things, like, make us reinterpret things from the Greek saga as well. That could be interesting. I don't know what holes there would be in the Greek saga. The only one that I can think about right now is the assassin in God of War Betrayal. That's the only one, but I don't even think Santa Monica cares about that issue anymore, you know. We know that was just a thing from a cancel game, you know. Come on, Trace, get up. Oh my god, bro. There we go.
That was a real revenant. Never thought I'd see one up close.
In the trailer they said blah blah blah. In the trailer they said you spam because you I can't say that, blood. Are you saying that I spam? Are you saying that I'm spamming right now? Well, right now it's just an issue that I don't really have a lot of like available skills, I think. Let me see. I can get some things. Yeah, let's get that. Wait, hold on. I think I like this one more. Yeah, let's get this one instead. Oh yeah. We can do agile strike now, right? Yeah. Yeah, this one's also good, yeah. Imperatrice, he's gonna get something. You know what, whatever. Atreus is not something I control, so he can do whatever he wants, you know. Thoughts on 22 Luke? Oh, I love that guy, bro. His videos are amazing. I love him. Him and Chronicler make some of the funniest content. Chronicler makes more lore stuff, right? But 22 Luke is just... his content's really good too, but just... whenever I feel like laughing, just... that makes it seem like I'm laughing at his content. I'm laughing with him, not at him. You know, his videos are really good is what I'm saying. Like, he's really funny. So I think I'm subscribed to his channel, I'm pretty sure, aren't I? Let me see. 22 Luke. Oh, I did a space, but I don't think he has a space, right? Yeah, I'm subscribed to his stuff. Yeah, there he is. He's a really good. I don't think he's just a God of War content creator. He does I think he mostly does God of War. Yeah, you can see that it's mostly God of War stuff. But overall, like, his content's really funny, you know. And he only has what, 57,000 subs. He deserves more. He definitely deserves more. I think Chronicler and I were considering for a while doing a God of War podcast together to talk about Laufey. But again, like, my move happened, and he was having a hard time trying to get people like Luke22 to like join and stuff. Not because he didn't want to, because like we just can't get in contact with him in any way. So yeah, it's just, you know, but he's really funny, you know. Yes, that's the lullaby. I found the lyrics in the game files, and it's a real Norwegian lullaby. I sent the lyrics to you on Discord. Let's see. I think you and I talked about this before, haven't we? I can't do it now. Wait, hold on. Discord. That's why I don't like playing on my PC. I look anemic in this webcam, bro. Who was timed out? What happened? Come on. Yeah, the lyrics from the files. I'm not gonna read that. So it's this one. That's insane. I'll check that out later. I'll definitely make sure to read that later. But I don't know if there's any like big connections, you know. Use Discord from overlay while playing? Why would I do that? Get that out of there. Yeah, thank you. Can you do a live with fan theories? I want some cool things. I got some cool things to tell. I don't know how I would do that though. You mean like an old Discord thing, like where you guys get to talk and stuff? I could, but those things tend to get a little bit chaotic. Some people come in as well and try to say things that would get me canceled, I would say. Wait. Oh, we came from here. I got it now. Using Discord overlays helps when you want to stream to friends, etc. I have no friends, so I have no need for that. And that's okay. Anyway. We could use the cube's budget on getting Faye some white toe nail polish. Well, we're talking about the important things now. How would you rank Faye's toes, guys? Well, how would you rank it? You know, we did get a nice shot of them in the God of War Laufey announcement. What do you think? 10 out of 10 toes?
Look up there.
She needs a pedicure, maybe? Damn, Kuba has no friends. I do have some friends. But I'll be honest, I rarely talk with them. I'm someone who's very content with just being. You know, just being by myself. I don't mind, you know. Juana's my friend. It's the only one I need right now. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking, guys. Your fam got YouTube did not allow them to show us comment. It's just sucking on them toes all night long. YouTube was like, no, that's not PG enough. Sorry.
Speak no more.
I greenlit your comment. Don't worry. I came through. Oh, I forgot to go to that place back there. Hold on.
What's that over there?
We're gonna go there in just a sec. What happens if the Faye game flops?
Atreus, to me.
Define flop. What do you mean? What do you mean if it flops? You know, just if it sales, I don't really care too much as long as I have fun with it. But if it's not, if I don't find the story interesting, then if I think the game is disappointing or just not good in general, I don't know. I really don't know because I'm already like having trouble justifying getting a PS6 if it's going to be over $1,000. So I don't know. Maybe that'll be like the push to be like, yeah, okay. God of War, I'll play it whenever I can, whenever I'm able to. But then again, I don't know, because it is my channel. Like, it's a big part of the channel for sure. Some people say it's the only part of the channel. I love doing that move.
Boy, another one.
It says his name is...
Well, if it flops as it doesn't sell well, don't expect a new God of War game soon after that. I don't think so.
Looks like he was in a pretty big battle. Odin's there. Thor, even the world's there.
I think there's a lot of
Smash his head apart. See? Look.
Alright, that's not really important right now. I think there's a lot of like green-lit God of War projects right now. It's the biggest IP PlayStation has. Let's not kid ourselves, you know. This is like the closest thing PlayStation has to a GTA. You're gonna say Marvel and like Wolverine and Spider-Man. It's like, yeah, those games sell more, but I'm sure they have to pay a huge part of that revenue to Disney, whoever owns Marvel. I think it's Disney, right? It's not, they don't get to keep all that money, I'm pretty sure. So of course, the biggest one right now is God of War and whatever Naughty Dog makes left. Why is it not?
Boy.
Yes,
Oh.
sir.
So what I'm saying is, like, even if God of War Laufey flops sales-wise, there's already a couple of like green-lit projects for God of War. They're not going to stop making God of War games all of a sudden, or cancel whatever they have. It will probably take like 2 or 3 flops to be like, okay, people are clearly not interested in this thing anymore. Let's pull the plug completely. But it's gonna take some time for that to happen, you know? I'm more concerned about like what I'll think of the game. I don't really care about what other people think about it. And it's like, if I don't find it fun, like, I don't know what that's gonna leave me, you know? Because I know there's other content creators who cover specific games, and like they cover it through thick and thin, you know? And I could do that, but it's definitely more fun when I'm having fun with the games, you know? If I don't like the direction and stuff, it just makes me less interested in talking about it. I'm not one to make rage bait content, you know. I find that to be draining. So if the game is crap, I'm not gonna be talking about it. Excuse me. Some people I said, "Oh, you did that with God of War Ragnarok." I only did it in stream, so if you see, I haven't really made that many videos talking about God of War Ragnarok. It's only when people ask me in live streams and stuff that I give my thoughts on it. You see the theory that Helheim, where Kratos sees Zeus as a way to the everyone after Mimir said never to go there. That has to be. Thank you for super chat. But let me tell you why you're wrong. But that has to be one of the most misunderstood things in all of the God of War series. People think that Kratos never went there. But it's like, guys, he went there. Like, that was just a setup for a later part of the same game. When Baldur takes Atreus to the realm travel room, and they do that, they get sucked into Helheim, and when they go on the boat, they have to go through there, which is why he sees the visions of Kratos killing his father. He goes there. It's not that something that needs to be answered. That was already answered in God of War 2018, you know? And I think Mimir explains that it's just like the place where you get visions of where Helheim uses visions of the past or something, right? I might have to make a video about that, because people really get that confused. They think it's something that they think it's a mystery that hasn't been answered. You're like, no, guys, it has been answered, you know. Read your chat. I'm reading it now, Flasher. I'm reading it now, you know. I'm sure Kuba will be a calm and reasonable to the cube side quest.
Follow me.
I think I'll like it. I'm trying to right now. I feel like after God of War Ragnarok, I've definitely set my expectations more in check to what Santa Monica wants to make with these games. I'm glad that the cube is getting a lot of like flack right now, and it's like people don't like it. You know, I'm glad that I'm not the only one screaming like an old man about like this topic that I only care about. It seems like people have finally, like, everybody has just agreed that it's like, we're done with this type of dialogue. Can we please stop it? You know, I've been saying it since God of War Ragnarok. God of War 2018 started, if you will, but Ragnarok is the one where it was much more noticeable, right? But the thing is that God of War Laufey was being developed since 2018. You know, you sound so cute when you explain stuff. Thanks, man. Thanks for the chat. They started God of War Laufey since God of War 2018. So you're going to have 2018 tropes in it. Like a goofy cube who's like, over there, Faye, oh, whoops, isn't that wacky? Like, you're gonna get stuff like that, you know? But so I'm going into this game knowing that the cube is probably going to annoy me, you know? He's also going to have a very important role in the story. I'm sure of it. But you're not gonna tell me that it's not gonna cancel out the annoyance that I'm gonna experience throughout the playthrough. So I'm going into it knowing that I might have to mute him, you know? Maybe not on my first playthrough, because I want to get all the dialogue and stuff. But I'll eventually have to mute him. And this whole thing about the companion characters things, I died. I always die here at least one time. The whole thing about companion characters is something that it's becoming very tropey with Santa Monica. And in a way, I'm hoping that Intergalactic succeeds. It doesn't seem to have like a companion character, because they saw The Last of Us, bro, and like they've held on to this like type of storytelling. And I'm like, guys, you can still tell a good story without having a companion character. Like, you can do it. I believe in you. You used to do it before. Look at God of War 1. Look at Uncharted 2. You don't need a companion character 24/7, man. But it seems like that's something they do now. Like, these are the only types of stories they can tell. And you think like, oh, okay, just because of Frank. It's not just Frank. So you have Atreus. You have Deimos, which, by the way, wasn't a Metroidvania game. A game genre that's all about being isolated in a mysterious world. You're not going to have a companion in that character. But they put that one of them there still. Okay, then you have Frank, and then you go into the files of God of War Ragnarok, where Morse discovered the secret cutscene, and guess what? Atreus is going to have a talking cat, and it's just like, guys, can we stop? We don't need constant talking for the story to be interesting. At least I don't think so. At least I don't think that's the case. But maybe they think it is, you know? Companion swap. Pretty much, bro. Everything needs to have a freaking companion character, and I don't know why. Like, not even Naughty Dog is doing that stuff anymore. Uncharted had lots of companion characters, though. Yeah, but there were moments where they would leave. Like, I'm thinking now... Think of Uncharted 1, for example. Uncharted 1, let me see... Yeah, you start off with... Start off in the boat. Then you go into Panama, and I think you can talk to Sully on the radio. And you see him in a cutscene, then you go into the submarine, and when you come back, Sully gets killed, you know? Then you keep going, and you find Elena, right? But I think you're not with Elena 24/7. There's missions where you're with Elena, right? But then she leaves you. There's just gameplay time. Where Santa Monica right now merges the line between gameplay and story, and I think that's why their games are being criticized a lot as well. You know, they're praised, but it also has a lot of retractors, you know, who are like, guys, can we stop with this? Come on. I mean, characters do need other characters to bounce off each other, maybe just not constant companions. I want a free roam by myself. Yeah, I want that. And I think that's something that I like about the Greek games. Like, there's still games you can get lost in them because you are the companion. You get to put yourself in the shoes of the protagonist, and you get to be there, you know? That's why I like them, you know? What did Moore say? Hold on. If you come back to this place later, there's a Soul Eater with a text found in Thamur's Shrine on it. With Thamur's Shrine on it. The Glittering Fields await. Glittering Fields is in Jotunheim map in Ragnarok. So if you come to this exact location where we're at right now, there's going to be a Soul Eater. I actually didn't even know that. And now, is the text found on him, like, found in other Soul Eaters, or just this one? Look at that boy. Kuba is my inner old man. Glad I can help in one way, in whatever way I can, man. Get in touch with your inner old man. Let me get this Revenant first. I hate them. Darn. Oh God. Oh, higher level. I have to cheese this part. Just have to. Oh God, oh God! It just gets so chaotic, man. This part is actually quite difficult. Yeah, it's too... There's not a lot of space to move around. And, you know, it doesn't help when you get higher level enemies. I don't want to rant about the whole RPG stuff again. Like, you guys know my thoughts on it, but... Anyway. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Use a runic. I didn't have it available at the time, though. It hadn't downloaded yet, you know. Enter journalism mode. I'm not doing that. I can still do it, though. There we go. I got her now. I got her. Come on. Oh God. Come on, man. All right, I'm out of here. You're gonna have to come get me here. Revenants get me so mad. There have to be one of the most annoying enemies in the series, easily. I don't want to come here. I see. I see how it is. Oh my God! You hit with your hands, you can kill more easily by using the stun finish. Yeah, I guess I'll have to do that. Yeah. I don't know about that. All right. Sometimes I can't do it, the agile strike thing.
We are still
Finally.
here.
Usually go for a range first. I usually do too, but I had the issue that one of them had a purple health bar, you know. And as you know, Kratos is a god, but he's allergic to purple health bars. You know, that's something that doesn't bother me at all. It's a great character action design right there, you know. Anyway, I don't want to get too ranty again. When you're in rage mode, just spam. It worked wonders for me, at least. It also makes sure to, if you have a tiny bit of rage, you have to always have do a heavy attack. I do that, but I don't think I had any rage at the moment, did I? I think I did. Just didn't see it. Did you know a serial killer called Jeffrey Dahmer is in heaven right now? He believed trials accepted. I don't know if that's a joke comment, because I mean, it could be someone who's trying to like preach here in the chat, but I mean I don't want to talk about it.
You did it.
That has to be the worst ad to join a religion. Hey, you want to be with Jeffrey Dahmer? Anyway, God of War Laufey, guys. I forgot if you ever discussed it, but have you seen the mural of the Fates Temple God of War 2, which likely shows the earliest concept of the everyone? The what? The Fates Temple. Which one? Which one? The one with the three wise men? That was another plan. That was another plan Santa Monica had back in the day. That was not... That's the only one you can be talking about, right? The other one is like the second great war between gods and titans. But that's just like Kratos and Deimos, which was also another plan. There's been a lot of times that, you know, like they have a plan for it, and they can't really do anything with it, and you're left with those hints in those games, you know.
What's that smell?
It's just giving God of War. No, this is the one below it.
The Hellwalkers? They're untouched. Look. Someone start the fires! Sigmund, your knives! So many days without meat.
Meat? Wait, us?
Behind me.
What if they change like the others? We'll have to keep them alive. Strip off their meat. A little at a time.
This fight is mine alone.
Keep an eye on the archer.
Alright, bro. Okay, yeah, we're gonna ban this guy just because like he doesn't seem to be. Look, I have nothing. If you believe that kind of stuff, it's all good with me. We're just not talking about that right now. And it seems like you're pretty fast at typing, so we're gonna go ahead and get rid of you for now. How do you do that? Let's see. There you go. Bam. That's it. Because he's typing quite a bit, and I don't really care about where Jeffrey Dahmer ended up. You know, it's not really my concern right now. LOL. No, it's like I'll allow one comment, but it's like, bro, if you're just gonna spam, my issue is not the content of what he's saying, a little bit because it's just so out of topic, you know. But the issue is just the spamming. Is like, all right, now you're just annoying, you know. The hammer. Join to someone getting vanquished. This is awesome. Wait, what? Oh, join to somebody. I rarely do it unless like someone is like notorious for just like spamming, like just constantly, you know. Just gonna bop him in the head. What? Let's go around him. There you go. I'm still wondering about the mask Faye finds in the everyone. Is it normal for mask? Is it a normal mask or are there hundreds of them? Well, I think someone on Twitter made an interesting point about that mask, and it's that the mask in the everyone seems to be what the mask in God of War Ragnarok was trying to be. because in the Everyone, I think it was made of metal or like a better quality, whereas the one in Ragnarok, it was made of wood, and like the runes on it were scratched, whereas the one in the Everyone, it's like designed like much better. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's interesting that there might be other masks out there, and we still don't know what it does. We know we can look into it, but we don't even know what it would have done if Atreus would have looked through it. You know, would he have gone to the Everyone? I get a sense that he would have. You know.
Come then. We have a long journey.
I just replayed Ragnarok to 100%, and the Atreus sections are as awful as ever. What are you talking about, man?
Wait here.
What are you talking about? That game is flawless.
I will handle this.
I think, I've always said this, but I think if they wanted to do Atreus as a playable character, he needed his own game. He needed his own game, and it could have been, they could have done like a Metal Gear Solid 2 thing, where it starts off as Kratos, but then Kratos dies in the beginning, and then you get to play as Atreus for the whole thing. I know it would have caused a riot, right? But I think it would have been better. Like, at least now people, because that was a thing that happened with Metal Gear, correct me if I'm wrong, but when Konami did that, or Kojima, when he did that, people were mad at first that it was like, oh, you just like pulled the old switcheroo, right? You made me think I was going to be playing as a Solid Snake, but then you make me play as Raiden, right? But I think people now see Metal Gear 2 as being one of the best ones, right? And it just, I haven't finished it. I only played a little bit. The last boss I did was the guy on the rollerblades, and then I stopped. But I think people love that game, right? I feel like that's what Atreus should have gotten, his own game. And then in the third game, you get to play as Kratos again. You get to set up Atreus properly as a character for his spin-off. That would have been amazing. That would have been really good, I feel like. Kuba, don't die here. I'll try. They're dead. That's how you do it. Okay, boy.
They came back.
Not sure if I like the idea.
It's finished.
I want to leave here.
Then collect yourself. We must find a way out.
Okay, how do we... I think it's here. There we go.
Find something to pull me up.
That was a Phantom Pain spoiler? Oh, you timed someone out? I mean, you don't have to, like, time someone out for a Phantom Pain spoiler, bro. That game came out, what, in 2015? I think the whole fear about spoilers is a little bit ridiculous as well. Because, like, you have people who's like, I haven't played that game that came out in 2002. It's like, okay, you should have played it by now. We're not gonna be held hostage by you not wanting to play a game that came out years and years ago, you know? I even give it like a 1-year window. It's like I'm freely discussing spoilers like very soon after the game comes out, you know. You just hit their comment, that's fine, you know. I want to see young adult Atreus next. I think, I don't know. There's actually like a video that I already have written, but I haven't been able to record it. It's just talking about that Atreus game, because like it's...
I had to do it. I do know that, I just...
You know what's really funny? You know what's really funny, but in a sad way? Here we are complaining, we say like, oh, Atreus ruined God of War Ragnarok, he's the worst thing about that game. That's not the worst thing Atreus has done, bro. Atreus is single-handedly responsible for the cancellation of Blue Point Games. Because they were working on a spin-off game where he would go to Hades and stuff. And that game got cancelled. Atreus didn't ruin just God of War Ragnarok. He ruined Blue Point Games forever, bro. I find that to be kind of hilarious. That an idea that Cory Barlog was like, no, we need to have Atreus in. We need to have Atreus in God of War because there were people in Santa Monica who was like, nah, don't put the kid in. We don't like him, you know. And that decision single-handedly ruined Blue Point Games. I find it to be ironically hilarious, you know. In another timeline, Cory Barlog would have listened to his team members, and like maybe Blue Point Games could still be around. You turned me into death, destroyer of video game studios. It'd be funny if something like that happens, right? Like they lean into like his curse. He's a cursed character, bro. What if there's some really
Listen to me.
superstitious people at Santa Monica was like, I don't want to work in this Atreus game. I'm gonna end up getting fired.
In combat, a warrior must not feel for his enemy. The road
Anyway,
ahead is
Kuba in chat, Mimir says giants can't die of old age. At some point in 2018 combos, remember when he says that? I need that exact clip. He doesn't say that. It's oh man, it's I talked about it. Oh, what's that giant's name, bro? It's the shrine you find in under Tyr's temple, where all the statues are. That's where in that shrine he talks about it. And he doesn't say that they can't die of old age. He says that they seldom do, or like they rarely don't do that. I think something along those lines. He doesn't say it.
place for a boy. You must be a warrior.
I understand.
Because I also thought it said the same thing, you know. Yeah, they rarely do. He says that they rarely die of old age, but it has happened because it's not Ymir. What's the guy, man? The guy who floated in the river of blood. What's that guy's name? I'm forgetting now. He says they can die of old age, although it's rare because Thor was something in that. Yeah, that. There you go. That exact. That's what I meant. Something along those lines. But it has to be like super, super old age, because we know for a fact that Faye has lived for hundreds of years. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Yeah, I'll play the cutscene and I'll do this in the meantime.
Can't get this slow-eyed cocklump to cross the bridge.
It's because she's scared of something in the trees over there.
There's what now?
Father, throw your axe at those trees on the other side of the bridge. The ones with the white trunks.
Hold on. Ooh. Never mind.
Trust me just this once. Please.
You were right.
Say, you must be smart or something, boy. You're a boy, aren't you? Ha!
Does she have a name?
I don't know. Rude bastard ain't ever asked mine, so I ain't ever asked hers. Ah! Ha!
What's yours?
Brock.
Vera Logan.
Say, you're not gonna believe me, but that axe you got, it was me what made her. Me and my brother. Was one of our best. So don't let nobody else go work on her except for us two. Ah! You gotta handle her special.
What's in the trees?
She'll wreck beyond fixing.
I think I was texting someone because I got a message, but I think it said that there was some animals that that Gratitude was scared of, right? Because Atreus could listen what Gratitude was telling him, so he has. Oh, could you throw the axe to like shoo them away? I don't think. If you think this is a hint about fate, I don't think this is it. That's when we get to Alfheim, you know. It was probably just Draugr or something. Yeah, something that was that the Gratitude was scared of.
So what say you? Ah!
You are right. I do not believe you. Come, boy.
There's a rune in the shape of a fork under the grip. No, digger beastya dumber aqua. That was our brand, my brother and me, before we split. I got
76 Doctor says also, Keep. I have a suspicion similar to Chronicler's theory. With Kratos, I have come up with the hair theory with Faye. In Ragnarok, her hair is braided. In God of War, Laufey, it's straight. It has a meaning. Well, what do you think it is?
of it right.
What do you think it is?
Look, you want I should upgrade her or not?
Very well. I expect an improvement.
Was it a female? Like whoever texted me? It was my mother-in-law. She was at a grocery store asking if she wanted to pick if we wanted her to pick us up some drinks. Not that you care. What do I need to tell you that for? Oh my god, these menus, bro. Alright, okay, I got it, I got it. Let me go, let me go. There's an issue, man. There's an issue.
Sure you're winning smiles, armor enough, but why take chances?
Anyway.
Well, don't look now, but our friends who were hiding in the trees are back from...
Oh, there they are. See, our friends who were hiding in the trees are back. It's just Draugrs, yeah. I forgot now. Faye is a legend, her death is one for sure? What do you mean Faye is a legend and her death is for sure? Well, the thing is, like, we know that the original plan was to make look, the thing about whenever I get a super chat and like it's an interesting comment, I just get sidetracked and then I forget about what the super chat was about. I hope you guys don't mind, okay? Because it's my ADHD, I can't control it, bro. So we know that the Faye game originally was going to be a prequel game, but then they turned it into this whole thing about the Everyone, right? Which makes me think also that the Everyone was not planned how it originally was conceived. Ariel said that, oh, Corey has had this idea of the Everyone for many years now. I'm sure what she's talking about is the higher plane of existence. It just makes sense because it goes back to 2010 when we learned that Cory Barlog was planning something with Athena, with like the higher existence thing. I think it's the same thing. But so that makes me think that, yeah, was that whole thing about, you know, Faye dying, like that this parallel story was originally part of it? I don't think so. I think what was going to happen is that it was going to be a prequel game and it was going to be set in the past, obviously. And Faye was going to be time traveling to the future, and we were going to get like these things like who blew the horn and all that stuff. I think it was part of the plan that Faye was behind these things all along, because Corey since then was saying, oh, about the mystery of who blew the horn. Who would be following Kratos and Atreus back then? And people thought, oh, it's Baldur. It's not Baldur. He would have told you it was Baldur if it was Baldur, right? So I think it was always Faye, just in a different context. So that is one way where you could see that there's still a plan that they're following, but it's slightly different. I think the Everyone was not planned in the same way that we got, you know? I don't even know if that's what the super chat was about. You just said that Faye was a legend or something, right? It was the higher plane all along. Yeah, some people are telling me it's like, it's different things. Like, look, I don't know if it's different things, but I'm pretty sure it's at the very least connected to it. They're not going to be completely different things. It's similar to it. That was funny how it happened. Do you think Angrboda will be back? Oh yeah, she has to be back. Yeah, that she's teased as being Atreus' love interest. Like, why wouldn't she back? Why wouldn't she be back? You know. Let me go and charge my my batteries. You know, call it Everyone now. Call it Everyone now, Kuba. Hey, that's what I did. But some people are actually mad that I did that because they're like, you don't know for a fact that it's the higher plane. And I'm like, guys, we gotta use Occam's razor as well. We gotta go with what we know, you know. Since 2010, we've heard Cory Barlog say that, yeah, Athena, when she died, she went there after she sacrificed herself for Zeus and stuff. She died, had a selfless death, and she went there, right? Because people use that to be like, oh, it's a different place because, you know, you don't need to sacrifice yourself to go to the Everyone. I think that part in itself has been retconned, and now you're going to say, but how do you explain God of War 3 where Athena says, my sacrifice to save Zeus has brought me to a higher existence, right? You're going to bring that up, and I get it. I get it. But that's one of those cases that I think are going to be easily retconned, you know? They're like, yeah, that was just Athena trying to manipulate Kratos. You're like, oh, she said that because Kratos wanted to think that Athena was still good. So it's my sacrifice to save Zeus has brought me to a higher existence. Like, she's lying. She's lying. She just died and found the way to leave the Everyone. And that's going to be part of the juicy mystery in God of War Laufey. Or I could be wrong. I'm okay if I'm wrong, despite what people think, you know?
I'm not sure.
This road, it leads to the mountain.
Will Skildred be back, Kuba? You bet your sweet pippy, or whatever my wife says something about that. I think it's a southern phrase. Bippy, not pippy. You bet my sweet bippy. My bippy. I think so. I think Skildred is being teased as being like a king in Denmark or something like that. The whole thing about
Your brother's got half your brand.
the whole thing about him finding his own fortune, like he's gonna establish a kingdom in Denmark or something, and he's gonna be Skildred, the legendary king, you know. By legend, that was referring to Mimir's statement where he says giant's death is rare among legends. That makes Faye's death to look like a forced one. Well, I see what I mean. That's where my theory comes in. I think I can't really prove it because we don't really see what happened how Faye died yet. But I think her being surprised about the splinter in her hand, which, by the way, some people are saying that you could see that mark in God of War Ragnarok. I don't think you can. I think that's just a wrinkle. Oh, look, I have a scar. You know, it's not that. You know, I think we haven't seen it yet. But I think either... Did I make a video about that? That's the other one I made. I made one about Atreus, the Atreus game that has been in development hell. And I made one about Calliope. I think... I'm saying too many things that you guys don't know what I'm talking about. I think either Athena or someone who's working for Athena was behind Faye's death. And it explains why... Athena, which we think has a connection to the higher plane of existence, which we now call the Everyone if we use Occam's razor, explains why she has a piece of the mask in her hand, right? It's all these things. Something happened that Kratos didn't realize behind the scenes, and Faye died. Because yeah, giants seldom die of old age.
Use it without me, and he likewise. Only thing to do was split the brand 50-50 down the middle. Guess that was the last thing we saw eye to eye on. What? You want a hug? Hit the road!
Kiba, what do you think about Corey casually dropping Sindri's name, and also that the sword is the Excalibur that has the Asian design in its handle? I'm gonna have to remember all the points. It's only 2, but I have trouble reminding. Yeah, I find it really weird that he mentioned Sindri in the context... Well, he was talking about the Faye game. Because Faye is getting a game. Does that mean that Sindri's also getting a game? It would make sense given his character, because I just don't see how you could continue his story as a companion character. Maybe as a companion.
It was nice meeting you, Brock. I'll be thinking of...
But I don't know what he would be going out there, you know, exploring the world with Atreus. It makes sense for it to be Atreus because that's who he has the biggest conflict with right now, you know. But about the Asian design and the sword, I don't know. I don't know where I'd lean with that. God of War right now, it's becoming a little bit difficult to theorize about. Because it's not as simple as it was when 2018 was announced, where it's like, okay, we're doing Greek mythology, that gives us a certain amount of characters that we can theorize about. Oh, this could be Baldur, this could be Loki. But now, look at Laufey, for example. People are making the connection that Laufey might be Morgan Le Fay from Arthurian legends, right? And because there's this connection between pantheons and mythologies, right? So you look at the sword, and it may have Asian design, but that doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be from somewhere in Asia. It just could be that two cultures came together to design the did I say axe? The sword, you know?
Or we are dead.
It makes it really difficult. I like the idea of it being Excalibur, just because as a Westerner, I like the story of, you know, King Arthur and all that stuff, so I want that to be the case, but I know there's other Asian swords that are really popular as well that people will probably want it as well. So it could be either one. Some guy zoomed in Faye's hand in God of War Ragnarok and they think it's a scar. I don't think so, guys. I think it's just the angle. Look, it makes it seem like I also have a scar. It's just a wrinkle. Like she had her hand like this. It looks like I have a cut there, but it's just a wrinkle. It would be cool if it was like that, but it has to be a little bit more obvious. I don't think it was, you know. Hey, guys, thank you. Good night, man. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. I'm sorry if I didn't see any of your comments, and I only saw the good night one. I know that's gonna suck. That's gonna feel like I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. I didn't see your comment, man. Yeah. Oh. Good. So Toth, Athena, Sahi confirmed in Everyone, as seen in Fallen God comics. I think there's one level above the Everyone where the power level is higher. That could be. That could be. What I'm saying is that Athena had to have gone through the Everyone at least once. I don't think she went. I don't think this whole thing of like because she sacrificed herself, she went to a higher realm. I don't think that's the case. I don't think that's gonna make it too confusing. I feel like I think that maybe something happens if you leave the Everyone, like it changes you. I have no proof for this yet. We don't know yet, but that's why I don't think some people, not you, some people think that it's two different things. I think they're at least connected. They're either the same thing or they're connected somehow. The Everyone and the higher plane. Oh, I forgot.
Atreus, to me. Now, boy.
There we go. As a Western, I must, because Excalibur, because something Arthurian legends. You are such a salty person, Blood, man. You are so angry, bro. Why are you angry all the time, man? What is wrong with you? What's wrong? You need a hug, man? I wish I could give you a hug. I feel like you need a hug, man. I'm just saying, man. I'm not blind to my bias, you know. I'm someone who's from the West and is like, I like the Arthurian legends, you know. But I know that Santa Monica is also interested in connecting all of these mythologies. It could be from China or it could be from Japan, you know. One guy had a really interesting theory about it, you know. Faye is behind me. Huh! I caught her. You didn't see it, but I saw it for a second, guys. Maybe Athena created the Everyone with some power from the higher plane of existence or some... I could be wrong though. Yeah, at the moment, like a lot of things could be the case. We don't really know what these things are yet. Like we're still in the dark, you know, just kind of feeling through like what the room is like. You know, we don't really know yet. Okay. Oh, I see. I remember now. Here. And there's one more up there. And I think the other one is somewhere here, right? Yeah. Let's get our loot. I mean, it's because of her magic abilities and stuff. Yeah, I know people like to bring up the Fallen God comics because it looks different there, you know. The higher plane or whatever that is, you know. It seems more like it's empty, like it's just like a spiritual realm or something like that. And it's like, yeah, Athena could be behind all this stuff. But technically speaking, Ares was the first one who died, if we're going by, like, if we're assuming that, you know, gods arrive in the Everyone in a timely manner, it would have been Ares, the first one who died in the series. That we know of at the time. I think Ares is the god I'm most interested in seeing again. That's the guy, man. That's the one. That's the guy I want to see at least once. You know, just make him part of the story. And I guess technically Thor, because Thor and Faye had a rivalry, if you will. That would have been interesting.
Wow. Never been this close to the mountain before. Looks so big. Wish Mom was here to see it.
Mike says the higher plane in the Fallen God comics looks like what Frank is made of, minus the magic, minus the higher plane green magic sparkles when he talks. It'd be interesting if, like, within Frank itself, it's just infinity itself. I don't think we're ready for the Frank plot twist. It's going to come. It's something interesting is going to be. There's going to be something interesting with that character. Question is what, you know? There are weird runes before the second troll boss fight. Yes, it's one of those things, Earfam, that I could have sworn Corey talking about these runes, but I can't find this interview or where he said that anywhere. And I could have sworn he said, like, yeah, there's a reason for those runes. Oh, I have to be down.
What does it say?
As we are, we two, we three. As I alone can never be.
You can see Faye in this section of the game. Where?
Maybe
Tell
there's
him.
a clue around here.
I'm open to it, man.
The rings are turning. Come back down.
Oh.
I think that part's right.
Messed it up. Odin's Raven also surrounds the runes. Yeah, I'm trying not to like go too schizo on the whole Ravens part, because we're gonna be here a long time just looking for Ravens, because
That's it.
there are regular Ravens and then there's Odin's Ravens as well, so it's just we don't really know how to determine which is which sometimes.
What do those runes say?
Oh, it says family. That's not a clue. It's the answer. What I alone can never be. Right?
Use your knife and trace the runes into the sand.
Really? Kinsler. Something happened!
I wonder where it's light elves though. Why are they here? It's weird. I think Frank can be used for teleportation A to B. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I have this idea that the game is going to be open world. These are the runes, by the way. Oh, there's 2 ravens there.
It's behind us now.
Ah, too late. There were 2 ravens there. But these are the runes we were talking about. That I think Corey said at one point that, ooh, well, nobody knows. No one can. They're the only things that you can't translate in this game. And I remember him talking about it being like, oh, yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Anyway, what was the super chat again? Oh, Frank can be used for teleportations. I don't really know how, but I have this idea that this Faye game is going to be open world. I know it's not really based on much right now, aside from the fact that these games keep getting bigger and bigger, and that Faye has to have her own identity, like in game design wise. So I think the game is going to be open, like really open. And if that's the case, I could potentially see Faye using those 9-tailed foxes to fly around the realm. I can see it happening.
Boy, these tracks.
A boar, maybe? Not sure, but I'll find it.
Go. It is important for a warrior to keep his skills sharp.
If Athena can escape, can Thor too, or Zeus? Can he did show up in Helheim? Was it just an illusion because in Greek game Athena visited Kratos in Hades? Yeah, the Zeus things in Helheim is just a vision. It's more in Kratos' mind than really being there. Atreus can see it, but it's because Kratos is there that Helheim projects that scene for him, you know. But oh, I don't know. Look, I'm only assuming that you can escape the everyone. That's why I thought the theory I had about Athena being responsible for the death of Faye was so interesting, because you could explain how Athena actually got away. Well, I didn't actually explain that. I just said that in that story we could potentially get Athena, you know, still wearing the Greek robes but being somehow hidden, you know, from us for the whole game, and then Faye helps her escape. But when she does that, it changes her, and she becomes the green Athena we see in God of War 3. And Faye then will be like, yeah, this is the moment where I learned that I can't really escape because a part of me, excuse me again, will be left behind, you know. But it's all assumptions. I just think that that's another thing. It's interesting with the Norse games. With the Norse games, we can kind of predict something usually about the stories, right? The stories can't really end in a cliffhanger. Well, they can't because I mean 2018 kind of ended on a cliffhanger. What I mean is like the stories have to end in a way so the protagonist can stay in the world they're in, you know. Look at God of War Ragnarok. It had to, the way it ended, Atreus left, but they made sure to set up Freya as a companion character because they knew that players still had to do side quests and stuff. The openness of the game gives you a parameter for what you can theorize about the ending. And if Santa Monica is not going to do a linear game in the Faye game, it's going to be just as open as Ragnarok or an open world, we know that Faye is not going to be leaving the Everywind, even though that's what she plans. So her arc tells me that she's probably going to think, I have to get back to once again be in control of Curtis and Atreus' destiny. But she's going to learn to let go or something. And that'll make sense game design-wise, because you need Faye to stay in the Everywind because you need to do side quests if it's going to be open. I don't think Faye is going to leave, and I thought that one way they could do that is if you actually get to see what happens when someone tries to leave, like Athena. It changes her, it messes her up, it makes her evil or whatever. That was my idea, you know. Select B. Frank expands at A. What are you talking about? Is this like a math equation? Select B. Frank expands at A. Enter. You're at B, like a portal? I guess. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. It's something that I think for Frank, I feel like he's gonna take different shapes. I've said this multiple times today, I think. But I think he could potentially take a humanoid form. Like, it could be something you can level up later on. I think that's likely. But I don't know about teleporting with Frank. Maybe. Yeah, I mean, these Trolls fights were kind of lame, not gonna lie. Where are the other guys? When am I posting another video? It might be a while. It might be a while because I'm finding it difficult to work on those types of videos here while we're staying at Kanaruki's parents' place. But I have been writing videos every once in a while. I have 2 already that I want to make. So whenever I'll think of one, I'll make sure to write it and try to make it as fast as possible. It might be. You might not see a new video in July, and I might just live stream through July and make regular videos in August again. I was trying to do the rage at the last moment. I was trying to do it, man. Speaking of Helheim Zeus, one thing I find out about him is the yellow lightning emitting from him. None of the other Helheim projections have elements. I mean, that's the only projection you see, though. You see Zeus and... Yeah, you mean like when you go and get the heart of the troll, right? I guess that's the time you're talking about? I don't know if that's anything. I doubt it. I think that's just for effect. But I don't know if that means anything per se, you know? Do you know I predicted something in Ragnarok which came through and I told it to you in a Discord call? What was it? There was a lot of theories in those Discord calls. I don't remember a lot of them, if any of them, to be honest with you, you know? What did you say? The only thing and I don't even know if like this was part of the plan. People tell me, oh, you're just mad because my theories didn't come true. That's not true. A couple of things did come true, you know. I was overall disappointed with the story. But the one thing that I don't even know if I'm the one who gave Santa Monica the idea, because it's so specific, bro. It's so specific. And it's people in when 2018 came out said that, oh, Mimir is going to get a body because of the measurements and stuff, right? And I said, nah, he's not gonna get a body because I used the whole thing of like he's a companion character. It doesn't make sense to suddenly make him like his own, like he's not a companion character. He's just like someone who's on the hip. Like if you remove him from the hip, it takes away his charm, you know. But I said, what I think it's possible is that they're going to turn Mimir's head into a weapon like Helios. You can look it up. I'm gonna look it up. I want my credit. I want my credit here, okay? Captain Kuba. Hold on a second. It's kind of hard to type here. Hold on. I'm talking like an old man because I have a lot of things in the way. Captain Kuba Mimir. Yeah, I think it's this one. When Mimir get a new body, it's only 4 minutes long. And I say something about like, oh, they're probably gonna use it. Yeah, like you can, yeah, there, look, you can see it there. We're gonna click on it. I'm like an old man reminiscing about the things I got right in my theories. Yeah, I'm gonna skip it because I'm super cringy probably. Where is it?
Sindri to forge new eyes, meaning that aside from realm travel, Mimir might be able to burn enemies with his gaze, freeze them.
I don't want to hear my voice again because that is cringy, but what I'm saying is like you have this ability in God of War Ragnarok. Technically, he can like use Bifrost to like hit enemies with it. I made that theory. And I like to think I gave Santa Monica that idea, okay? I like to think that, you know? How did we get here? Oh, it was Decoy, right? He said that he had a theory that came through or something. What was your theory, man? I'm sorry I made it all about me. Hey, Boris Central, thank you for being a member, first of all, and thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Seagram's journey at the end of Valhalla teasing Egypt. I don't know. I also find that kind of weird that Seagram is like, I have to go find myself. I'm like, what do you need to do? You need to take care of Valhalla. I found that to be kind of a silly character moment, but yeah, they might be teasing something with Seagram. Look, with when the rumors about God of War Laufey came out, the rumors were that Santa Monica was planning an MCU type of experience for the series. What does that mean exactly? We're already seeing that Santa Monica wants to do a Laufey game, and Corey talked about Sindri in the same context of the Laufey game. Could there be a Sindri game? Would it stop there? Could they do a Thrud game? Do they maybe want to do a Seagram game? I think at that point the God of War series is expanding too much. I'm like, nah, just bring it back to Kratos games again. I don't think people are gonna be okay with that many different characters at the same time. But I do think Seagram, they have to do something with her as well. Like, that's clearly teasing something. I just don't know if it means that she will go to Egypt, you know? I'm dying again. Captain Kuba, return of the streamer. I mean, for July, I'm probably gonna be mostly streaming, not gonna lie. Oh my goodness.
Good. Keep it up.
Need some health. There we go. Give me a sec, guys. I know I got in super chats. I'll get to them in just a moment. It's on. Close.
I'm ready.
Got him. All right. Oh my god, Brad, thank you so much, bro. 10 super chats, man. I mean, super chats, 10 memberships? Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. You're awesome, man. You rock, man. I will be doing, I will also be doing members-only live streams. Like, we'll probably, like, react to some stuff as well. In the menu, what's this? It's the heavy one? It's gotta be the heavy one, yeah. Yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade it. Why not? I should probably upgrade some other stuff as well. Yeah, I think that's about it, you know. What do you think about the Killa dagger mentioned in Ragnarok is deeply rooted in Indian Buddhist mythology? It's somehow related to Bexi. You know, I never thought about it that way. Huh. That's interesting, because yeah, Bexi was a Mongolian god of war who became a Buddhist after he encountered the Buddha or something like that, right? So it's interesting that there might be a connection there to the dagger you find in God of War Ragnarok. I didn't think about that. You're right, yeah. I don't know.
Here.
I really don't know.
What does it say?
The runes symbolize the three Norn.
Nornir.
But even in if you think that it's gonna be a weapon or something, I don't think that's the case, because Mimir says that it's not really a weapon. It's more like to I forget what he says now. It's to like cleanse spirits or something. It's ceremonial, not really used in a weapon. But I feel like Bexi might actually be. And look, in a way, I'm excited to see Greek gods and Norse gods again. But I'm actually interested if Bexi and Sekhmet were like the only like villains we have through the game. Similar to Baldur, that they're always like right behind us, like, you know, chasing us or something. Like, you get to probably see them grow along the way. And I get the sense that maybe Sekhmet might be controlling Bexi a little bit. I get that vibe where it's like, no, Bexi, you sweet, kind-hearted god, don't worry about it. Let me take care of things. You know, and Bexi is just a muscle. And it's like, I wonder if that's what's gonna happen. That Bexi's gonna, by the end, it's gonna help us, but he's gonna sacrifice. Similar to Thor, but done properly. Because, man, Thor, you see him in Ragnarok once, and then a couple times with Atreus, and that's it. And it's like, with Bexi, we can see him, that character grow, you know, from someone who's like a follower of Sekhmet to someone who's like, maybe she doesn't have my best interests in her mind, so I'm gonna turn against her, you know? But maybe that could be too similar to the Thor thing. Atreus and Sindri DLC post Ragnarok makes sense, to be honest.
Boy, over here.
A Ragnarok DLC in 2026?
I may want to write that down.
Excuse me. We know that The Witcher 3 is getting a DLC, but did you say that? Yeah. DLC post Ragnarok. Yeah, I just don't know if like they'll do a DLC in 2026. If anything, it might be its own spin-off game. I think the conflict that Sindri has is mostly with Atreus. He's the one who he really got mad at in Ragnarok, right? But I just don't see how they can have Sindri as a companion character in the Atreus game. And it all seems, if we go by the secret cutscene that Morse discovers, that he's going to have a cat companion. Sorry guys, I'm looking for this thing to like hit. I see 1, 2, where's the other one? So I don't know if Sindri's gonna be in it, to be honest with you. Hold on, 76 Doctor. I'm gonna read your super chat in just a sec. I need to find the other thing to hit. So there's one here. One here. The other one is there. But where's the third one? Oh, right there.
We can open the chest now.
Prediction, we're going to meet Zeus again, but Faye won't know. But we will. He will be a hermit in the woods, living in Greek ruins, and act all nice, like an old man until it's revealed that it's him. I would love that, bro. I would love that. Like, I find the Everyone to be such an interesting concept, because we can see what these gods did, what happened to these gods after, you know, they died. And it's an interesting conflict because, you know, Poseidon, if we're talking about God of War 3, is the one who made it there first.
Boy,
And
your animal.
we know that Poseidon was already like coming into conflict with Zeus from the notes in God of War 3. That he was like, what's wrong with my brother? He doesn't act the same way, you know? And it's like, well, I wonder if there's going to be some, like, now that the powers have shifted completely in the Everywind, where it's like, we're more all in an even scale right now. It's like, I wonder if Zeus won't be the ruler, but he will be, like you said, a hermit in the woods or something like that. That could, the potentials for this game are insane. No, man, now that you said that, don't we see like a forest that's full of lightning in the concept art of the Fae game? That could be really cool. But Zeus is also really interesting because we know for a fact that Zeus changed when fear entered him. Like the fear entity entered him, right? So it's like, wonder what he's going to be like when he snaps out of it. It's like, I don't remember. Because that was the original ending for God of War 3. That Zeus, while Kratos was punching him to death, was going to be like, my son, forgive me. And it was like that was cut. But now they can bring that back in the Everyone. You took a nice little nappy, honey?
Yeah.
With me talking? I'm glad it didn't wake you up. But yeah, I love the idea of meeting Zeus in the woods while he's a hermit now. And he's changed now completely. Do you think the Fae game will have an explanation of frozen lightning in Vanaheim? There's not an explanation. I mean, what explanation do you need, though? The explanation is that both elemental powers within the weapons clash with each other and created, you know, a frozen lightning bolt. What did you say? Lightning? Yeah, frozen lightning. Because lightning is Thor and ice is Fae, so it's just... It's one of the things I'm like, I don't think it's a mystery. That's explained already in God of War Ragnarok, you know?
Didn't I? I did what you said and it looked like it bounced off. Could the board be magical?
We don't know why Faye fought Thor in Vanaheim. Oh, that's what he means, maybe, yeah. The real was it that Faye... The real was it was Faye who fought Thor in the... But not the why. I see what you mean. But I don't think it's... If you think that it's gonna be explained, the why, in God of War Laufey, it could be as a conversation that she has with someone. Maybe people want to see Thor in it because of that conflict Faye and Thor had when they were both alive, you know? So I'm down. Thor is one of those characters that I would love to see, and I think Thor needed more screen time to begin with, you know? Thor and the Everyone could be one of those things that make me think of... Might make his Ragnarok role better, in my opinion, you know? Because I just didn't like Thor. It's like, this is a wasted character. I still would have loved to see, like, the more bloodthirsty Thor, you know? But people want to see Thor in it because of that conflict she had with Faye. So they could explore that, of why they fought, you know? But if you think that is going to be us fighting Thor and Vanaheim and the Everyone, I don't think that's likely. Because it's not Faye with the axe who we're going to be controlling. It's Faye with the new sword, you know? It's Faye after she died, not before. Also, we're 100% seeing Ymir. I'm calling it right now, bro. When Odin killed him to the rift, to the Everyone did open. So Ymir being there makes sense. Yeah, Ymir is also one of those characters. I want to make that. I don't really make top 10s anymore, but that is one of those like top 10s that I want to make. Top 10 gods. I'm gonna keep it simple. Top 10 gods. So it's just... So the title is not huge, but top 10 gods that we're going to see in the Everyone. And some of them make more sense than others, but like Ymir. I think Ymir just makes sense because, yeah, the rift opened exactly after Ymir died. And if the rift is connected to the Everyone, I think we're going to see him. I think it's likely, you know? But there's other gods, like I mentioned, Zeus. It would be interesting to see him there because of that whole aspect of fear controlling him, right? Was he conscious during the events of God of War 3? Was it someone else controlling, you know, he was just like a robot and the fear was controlling him, right? To what extent was he in control? That would be interesting to explore. Another one that would be really interesting is Persephone, because she wanted to die, and then she found out that she couldn't. Oh, man, Persephone... People need to take... I really hate the fact when people say that the Greek games didn't have any, like, a good story, and it's like... if you only played the main trilogy, like, you're not experiencing the whole story, and I get it. You're not a lot of everybody could play a PSP game because they didn't have one, you know. But you get so much depth and so much character moments in the prequel games, and Persephone is one of them. I love Persephone because I see her as being. Persephone is a proto Kratos, you know. She wants to die because of what the gods have done to her. And seeing her in the Everyone would be such a cool thing. So there's a lot of gods that I would want to see. Hades is another one because he was the god of the underworld. Yeah. He gets to go to his underworld now. Like, it's interesting things, man. It's Odin as well. So many things, you know. But yeah, I agree. Ymir, I think it's one of those characters that, even though it's not confirmed, we will most likely see.
I got it.
Let me read this because he's got to go to sleep. Last question before I sleep. What do you think about Hindu mythology in God of War? Because we do have more than 33 million gods here and too many demons. It's so pretty. It's pretty interesting they choose Bexi. You know, Bexi gives me a little bit more hope that maybe it's possible. Because Bexi has a connection to Buddhism, which is a religion that's still being actively worshipped today. And Corey, while talking about Christianity, said that, yeah, it is a part of the universe. And seeing Bexi, I'm like, man, is Santa Monica brave enough to talk about modern day mythologies like Christianity, Hinduism, and stuff like that? I don't know. I'm not ready to say yes yet because Bexi was a Mongolian god of war. And I feel like that is one that you can talk about without getting too much backlash like Zeus or, you know, Odin. Like, people don't really worship these gods that I know of, you know, like. But Hinduism, Christianity, I'm like, I feel like they wouldn't touch it. But Bexi, given that he has a connection to Buddhism, I wonder if they're like, yeah, we're gonna talk about Jesus, we're gonna talk about Shiva, all of these like gods that people still worship. I wonder, you know. But thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, someone said, I don't think they'll go Hindu or any of the Abrahamic religions as they're actively followed and worshipped, so it might increase the chance of Hindus getting pissed at Santa Monica. That's my fear. I'm reserving an opinion on it for when we actually see it. Corey did say that it is a part of the universe, Christianity. So I wonder if like they'll have a way of doing it, but in my opinion, with those religions, I don't think there's a right way of doing it. You know, any slight change to it is downright heretical. You know, like they'll see it. How did I end up here? I don't think they'll be happy, even if they portray Jesus as being a good guy. It's like, yeah, but this is not part of Christianity. You know, and same with Hinduism. They're not gonna change too much.
What did you do? I'm sorry.
Atreus!
He does look sick, man. Bexi looks really sick. I love that they kept the that monster appearance, you know.
He doesn't. He's my friend.
The boy was following my command.
It's Hilda's Finney, you guys.
Then help fix this. Hold here, please. Hold, I said. He's losing blood. The last of his kind in all the realm, and you shoot him. You needed food?
Target practice.
Target practice.
Boy, quiet.
I'm so sorry.
Keep that pressure on. The blame is mine. I should have kept a closer eye.
Will he die?
I will not let him. You, the arrow cut a tideway inside him. Find both ends and hold them tightly. Start with the left side. Grab it and hold.
This was so dumb.
Hold it tight. Good. Now pull them together. Line them up.
This could have just been a cutscene. Do I have any predictions for the release date?
Which?
I can't finish the healing.
I think it's going to be March 2027.
You will carry him.
Santa Monica always likes to release games around March, and Jason Schreier he doesn't miss. He don't miss. And he's saying that the game seems to be almost ready, like they're in the polishing state now. I'm like, I think we're going to play this God of War Laufey game much sooner than we realize. I do think they should resolve Sindri. Hold on a second. Sindri, it was important for Atreus' transition into adulthood to learn fault and responsibility aren't the same. Yeah, that's why I think his story is connected to Atreus's. Like part of Sindri's growth out of this state he's in right now has to be about Atreus, you know. It would be interesting if Sindri is the villain in the Atreus game somehow, and then he learns to forgive him or something.
It was her last wish.
Boy,
But I do think that the God of War series can end with Sindri being the way that he is, unless the series flops like in the next 4 games or something, and it loses value, and then like everything gets canceled. But if Santa Monica gets to have their way, they're going to resolve Sindri's character arc. It's not going to remain like that.
Not in it.
Bro, missed my super chat. Did I really?
Below it. Hemele!
Which one? Oh wow, I did. My bad, man. I'm so sorry. Was Faye's age mentioned anywhere in these games? I don't think so. No. But you can just go by lore and legends and know that. I mean, I guess the stories. I forget exactly how it goes, but you can really make assumption as to what age she could be, and I think she's hundreds of years because like she goes back way back to like the war between the time when Thor was killing giants, you know, Jormungandr's arrival, all that stuff. You don't know an exact age, and I think Santa Monica has said that they don't like to make dates because of that, because they corner themselves, right? But you can tell that she's hundreds of years old, you know. Is she older than Kratos? I don't know. At that point, it doesn't really matter, you know. Laufey 2027 Game of the Year. Well, I don't know if it's going to be Game of the Year, to be honest. I don't know. You know what I wonder about the release date of the Laufey game? I wonder if Santa Monica this whole time, like Jason Schreier said, like this game is almost ready. Like they've had this game ready for a while now. And the reason they've been holding off announcing it is because they knew that GTA 6 was coming eventually, right? So they've been waiting so that we don't have to wait that long. So at least it doesn't feel that way. So they're like, okay, because imagine if this game was scheduled to release. Well, I mean, like all of these games are releasing in September. Like they're avoiding this GTA. Excuse me, they're avoiding this GTA release date, right? So they're getting pushed to September. What if Santa Monica wanted to avoid like that embarrassment of like, yeah, we're changing our release date because GTA 6. So they're like, you know, we're just gonna wait until GTA comes, and then we're gonna announce our Faye game, and it's gonna seem like it's releasing in a couple of months, right? Because this game has been in the works since 2018, man. That was a long time ago. Freya has like a. I don't think it's anything. She has like a candle with like a star, and there's a candle within it, and it reminded me of the 8-sided star that we saw in God of War Laufey. I don't know if I can see it. It's right above it, but it might not be anything. Hey Hassan, welcome back to Spawn Soldiers, man. Appreciate it, man.
Keep him still.
What if Sindri doesn't forgive? It would be more interesting this way, or if he does. His action caused devastating consequences for him and others.
boy.
I'm down for it. I'm down for another Kratos-like game, bro.
Good. Easy. Rest now. I need 2 more things. Fresh red root grows just behind the house. Can you pull a cluster?
My one desire. Thank you, Hassan.
Hi.
Talk about Faye being the mother of giants. Love you, bro. I mean, I made a theory about that recently, that she has the same name. I'm forgetting the name now. My memory's crap, man. But she has the same name as the mother of all the giants. And it's not my theory. It's actually Morse's theory. Morse theorizes that he's actually like Faye's actually the mother of all giants, and after it's not Ymir. What's the guy's name? Oh my god, bro. What's that giant's name? I forgot his name. I'm blanking, bro.
I know. When they find you.
But yeah, I like the theory, but it might be explained that she's actually the daughter of that couple that founded Jotunheim. I don't know if she's going to be the mother of all the giants, because to me the only problem with that theory is that it doesn't explain why she has to argue her case with the rulers of Jotunheim. You know, she should be one of the rulers. She shouldn't have to like argue with them. That's the only thing that I can use to maybe pop that theory up. It might have a hole in it, you know. Bergelmere. Thank you so much, man. Bergelmere. Thank you. I always forget it, man. Always. They don't need to rush. Release a bug-free game at launch, and it's a wing. Oh yeah, I mean,
And they will.
except
Difficult.
with the exception of Sans of Sparta,
Will want answers.
the Santa Monica games always come out bug-free. Like you might not like some things about them, but they're finished products, is what I'm saying. You know,
Doesn't concern me.
you may be sunburned, but you have immaculate
I
hair.
also need lamp
My
sprays,
back
do
is
you mind?
killing me, bro.
It's a white petal
It's
flower
so
in my garden.
sunburned. It's insane, bro. Hey, you.
Fine.
The moment I said that, Connor, he turned and looks at me, and I know what she's thinking. She's like, "Show him." Is that what you were thinking?
What's funny is I thought you didn't have the shirt every time.
No, I've been wearing the shirt.
When did you put it on?
I've always had it on since I started.
I thought you said you could have it off.
It hurts, honey.
Lamb's
It hurts.
Why don't you take it off?
I'm dying here.
I thought you had it off.
I might take it off at the end. Nah, you know, no, because no. I already have like Ceci got somehow a picture of me like being shirtless, and he put it in the cube. I don't even know where he got that from. I think you shared that picture somewhere.
Probably.
Kona Supremacy. She's here, just taking a little nap. Kuba, what are your thoughts on the armors? I hope they add some cool looking. I don't like armors. I've said I don't like the whole RPG stuff, but you know, if they do it right, it could work. I guess if the game becomes open world, these things are gonna be a little bit better. I feel like, you know, exploration is gonna be more free. What's up? When am I gonna stream?
Yeah, but when's the stream?
Soon. I'm getting a little bit hungry now. What?
Can you give me a time?
Let me see. It's 4 now. 4:30 maybe. Why?
I was gonna send the thing to UPS.
Oh yeah, we can go together if you want. But yeah, I'll be ending it soon. We'll get to the lake and then we'll call it a day, you know. End the stream, show us hair, chest hair, hairy Kuba chest. We're not... See, if you guys were calm and reasonable about it, maybe I would.
When you were chasing
But then you have to mention my hairy chest. I'm like,
What's wrong with me?
I don't know about that.
If I lost it, then
You did lose it.
You know what I wonder, guys, right now?
I'll take better care of it.
We've been playing for what, 3 hours? And we haven't really made any connection to Faye yet. What if we've missed like 5 already? Have you wondered, have you thought about that? What if we were not looking in the right place? What if she's there? What if she's there in the mountains? We gotta enter schizo mode at one point. What if she's there? And she's like, yeah, they're on the path. Yeah, he shot the boar, yeah. Let's do it, yeah. I gotta go back. What if we've missed some of them? Don't change the topic. What, the chest hair thing? I didn't think I was. In the Laufey art, you can find Jotunheim Peak near the Everyone Gateway. I think I saw it. It looks like it, but I don't think it can be. I don't really rewatch the video, the God of War Laufey announcement that much, but I do look at the painting every once in a while because I love looking at all of those little details. And I found that giant bee, and like, who is that? That's so cool, man. We vote for more schizo.
Wait,
Maybe,
not without thanks.
maybe, guys, maybe I've grown out of my schizo mode, okay? Maybe I've reached the calm and reasonable mode now, okay? There it is. It's yellow, you guys. Freya is putting a piece of Faye into Kratos' neck.
You want solitude?
It's not boar urine.
This mark will hide you from those who might make your journey difficult. Luina.
Cuba X Morse podcast win. We were thinking about it for a while.
Luina.
But I think all of the announcements happened and then I got busy, you know, and then with the move it just became even more complicated. Chronicler and I were even thinking about doing one, but again, same thing.
Out of these woods.
It just the schedules just became too complicated.
Daylight.
Kuba, who's in the medieval castle in the cover art? Any guesses? I don't know, but that's what I'm guessing it has to do something with Arthurian legends.
As little as you like. Now get out of here.
Tomboy.
And I don't know, that moment when she pulls out the sword from Frank, it just gives me Arthurian vibes, bro. It just gives me Excalibur
This
vibes.
underground passage should put you back on your path to the mountain. Just use the boat. Wait, and take this. You can use it to orient yourself and navigate the world. It will always steer you towards your goals.
Why are you running? What? 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 Why is he running only now? This is so weird. Is this game glitched? I can't look. Look. I'm not pressing it in. And he's just... I'm out of here. I think this might be a glitch because I experienced that in the beginning as well. Wait, is he good now? What? That is, I mean, I'm not complaining. I get to do it faster, you know? I have suspicions similar to Chroniclers about the nip theory with Kratos. I have come up with the hair theory with Faye and Ragnarok. Her hair is braided in Laufey, and in Laufey it's straight. It has a meaning. But, okay, I think, you mentioned this before. But what do you think it is? What do you think the connection is? You mentioned that, but I don't think you've told me what the connection is, right? I'm all ears. For one thing, the nip theory from Chronicler is just a joke, you know, just to get... The art has changed, you know. Punch the eyeball.
Nightmares.
Rare glitch. Yeah, I'm just running now.
Didn't think they were actually real.
Nightmares.
Yeah. They give people nightmares. Or they are nightmares.
Read Morse comment. Which one?
I don't remember which.
Which one? Morse. Unironically, shooting the boar was part of the path because the mural in the end shows Kratos carrying Hildisvini. The text says Hildisvini will live. Well, I mean, yeah, everything was part of the path, yeah. Wait, let me read that again, hold on. The last part was part of Hildisvini will live, that's what it says at the end? That is interesting. That isn't, because I mean, Hildisvini, they also seem to be hinting something with his role in God of War Ragnarok. There might be something to do with like a connection to hell or something. So I wonder if, yeah, like you said, it's part of the path that they had to shoot him. And then he had to live though. That's okay. We've made it to the lake. We'll meet Jormungandr, guys, and we'll call it a day. Because Papa Kuba is hungry, and we got stuff to do. The braided hair represents motherhood. I'm being a caregiver. The braided hair represents motherhood, and being a caregiver, the straight hair represents Laufey the Just, who Faye was in her youth, and who she was before she met Kratos, the woman who fought Thor. But what are you basing this off, though?
I guess I'm just saying.
You're just...
This is great.
The theory is the braided hair represents motherhood.
No, it doesn't.
Doesn't mean why. Why? And being a caregiver.
This is why
and
we braid 4-year-olds' hair.
And the straight hair represents Laufey the Just, who Faye was in her youth, who was before when she met Kratos. I don't get the connection. I don't get it, you know?
Wrong.
I don't want to say it like that, but it's like, I'll need a little bit more proof, a little bit more connections, you know? Laufey is going to learn a few things about Kratos which she doesn't know, and she might start disliking Kratos, and he keeping her love alive for Kratos is going to be the game? No, I don't think so. It's possible she might learn some things about it, but I think Kratos has said that he opened up to Faye about his past. Faye is the only one who knew what he did, you know? So Faye knows that Kratos killed almost an entire pantheon.
Thor, god of thunder.
I don't know what else could surprise him about him, you know? I do wonder if we're going to see, through Faye, things that Kratos did in between God of War 3 and God of War 2018. That could be interesting, and it could be a hint, I guess, for it could be a hint for like another game, a Kratos game, you know.
I seldom did. Did she speak of one who could feel no pain?
Oh, that sounds like Baldur,
Baldur.
an Aesir god, son of Odin and Frigg.
And Odin is king.
That's right. Why do you ask? I see runes there in this chest. Can't quite make it out. It reads, sacrifice your arms to the center of the water. Awaken again the cradle of the world. What? Throw our weapons into the water? Guess that won't be a problem for you.
Well, the 76 Doctor, if you're just talking about like just a character look, it's like, oh, it's unbraided because she looks like a beast, and like, yeah, that makes sense, like part of her character design to make her look like that. But I guess, I mean, you're not claiming a lot in it. You're just saying that it's a metaphor for what she's going to be doing in the game, and she's going to be, you know, kicking butt in it. I get that, you know. That could be.
You gonna do it?
If you're upset with God of War, Laufey, you're a fan of Kratos, not the franchise. I mean, look, I don't think it's as clear as that. There are some people for whom Kratos is God of War, like the franchise itself, you know. So if they don't like it, I don't really blame them, you know. I'm interested in the wider world, but I'm also concerned that it's going to go beyond Faye. I find Sindri to be an interesting character, but I'm not sure if I'm completely down for a Sindri game, because that just means it's gonna take longer to go back to Kratos, you know. At that point, like, what even is the point of Kratos anymore if we're gonna be exploring all of these different characters, you know? These kind of stuff would be good, and you know what? In movies. This kind of stuff would be really interesting if it was movies or TV shows exploring all of these characters, you know? Faye, I still think could be a cool character for a game. But if Santa Monica is really trying to do like an MCU thing, because look at the MCU, there came a point that they were making movies about characters that no one cared about. What was hey honey, what was the last group of superheroes they did? In Marvel, where they were fighting Sentry, like Thunderbolts or something?
Yeah.
Who are the Thunderbolts? Do you care about the Thunderbolts? Only like super hardcore like Marvel comic fans or something, right? The people who are just like following, they just care about what Iron Man, Captain America, you know? But then you start to like go into these fringes characters, like it just loses like its momentum. You know, a Sentry game is not gonna sell as much as a Kratos game, and even the Faye game might not sell as well. Guardians? No, not Guardians. I was thinking about Thunderbolts. Guardians a little bit more popular, but even that, you know.
Yeah! Mom said he's friendly!
What does it say?
I don't know! That was amazing! Wait! There's a shipwreck way over there. See that? And there's a statue of Thor. Except I can see a lot more of him now.
The water dropped, and the serpent rose.
Oh, that must be why the beach wasn't there before, see? And there's the mountain. Look it, that building leads from the foot of the mountain to that golden temple.
It was all just under the surface.
Except for the statue. Good thing, huh? There's even a dock. There, next to the flag.
Alright, guys.
We're going to the dock first, right? We'll be the first people to walk on it.
Well, it was not as schizo as I thought it would be, okay? Maybe that part of my life as a God of War theorist is done. Maybe I'm not constantly looking for ravens and stuff, you know? It was fun revisiting this game a little bit. I will continue it. I don't know when exactly, because we got some things to do, but I might do this. I still need to play Valhalla. Like, if you were to ask me, I would rather play Valhalla than God of War 2018. Whoa, Morse, what? You've been busy here, boy. Whoa. What? He says, I found this in the God of War in the 2018 textures. Is this Greek stuff? Hold on a second. It's the thing. It's the thing. There's something here. Hold up, Morse is cooking. He found this in the files of God of War. Oh my god, he found the murals with oh, these are actually like really good quality. Wow, she had a different design here. That's really interesting. That's Faye, supposedly. You might have heard my tummy grumble just now. You heard it, right? You hear it? Look at the quality in these, bro. Oh my god. The cube. This is new. I have not seen this before. What is this? Bro. What is this? To my knowledge, these are not in the game, are they? Why is it constellations? Are they constellations? This is probably like the roots of the world tree. But what's up here? Morse is definitely cooking, as always. Like, when you have the power to go, like, in the files of the game, you break theory crafting completely, man. They're just Njord home. They're new. Oh, they are? These ones? I don't remember this one, though. I definitely do not remember this one at all, though. That's really interesting. Well, that's a fun way to end the stream, don't you guys think? Don't you guys think? All the more reasons we need a podcast. The thing is, I'm not really sure what we would talk about. But again, like, maybe that'll come in the future when we get more, when Con and I get more settled in a new place and I have more space for my stuff. Like, right now I'm having to probably bring my old desk so I can have my PS5 so I could play Doom the Dark Ages Revelation so I could cover that game. So, because right now there's just not a lot of space. But we might be staying here until August 1st. So let me go back to Big Face. Solar and Moon Chariots. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that part. Yeah. You remember when Atreus heard Faye at the end that Atreus went to the Everwind for a small period of time? I've wondered that as well, because when Kratos passes out in Fallen God, he sees what? Thoth and Athena. Did they both went to the I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's too early to tell. It's too early to tell. But I've thought about these things. But I'm gonna end it here. I'll let you guys know when I do a part 2 of these schizo playthroughs. Wasn't that schizo? We didn't really see anything. I think, you know, it will be interesting though. Like, looking back at these playthroughs, and be like, yeah, you totally missed this one. It was right there. It was staring at you in your face right there. But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, remember, go forth in the name of Olympus. Bye.